You might be able to see me twice. Right, so I'm live at the moment. I'm going to turn my camera off and then I'm going to jump on my laptop. Right. Can you guys hear me? Put up a one if you can hear me. Yeah, put up a one if you can hear me. I can see your comments like, how do you access the StreamYard? I'm going to put the link up. Put up a one if you guys can hear me because I'm still on the other one. So something went wrong, so that's fine. Ah, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So I'm coming through. That's good. We're back in the posh living room. Honestly, people, I'm so decentered today. I just had to do it, man. I had to come on and I had to make my feelings known because otherwise I will internalize. I will rank that down into my own life. That's not right. That cannot be right or fair. So let me just get on with the story, yeah? So I basically met this sister. Well, I keep having saying met, but I haven't met them physically. I haven't met this person physically. When I was in Tanzania, I was awoken one morning to the most incessant screaming down the phone and whatever. I couldn't even believe it. It was hours of the morning, my time. Yeah. So this person clearly, didn't care about what time it was or if they were waking me up or anything. And that was okay at the time because when I encountered this level of trauma, and I ain't going to reveal what she said or anything like that. It's not about that for me. But when I encountered this level of trauma, I just went straight into mode. I went straight into crisis mode and I managed to talk that sister down. She shared her story with me. She wanted it outed. She didn't feel able to do that herself. I did it. Yeah. It was a sister from Birmingham. Don't know if you guys remembered, I mentioned a guy from Birmingham and he had he's on the Instagram, he's holding up a number plate or something. It's that sister there. So as I say, because of the level of trauma, I stayed in touch in terms of aftercare. But when I'm saying aftercare, I'm not no one's therapist out here. That's what people need to really fully understand. I'm not anybody's therapist. I am your sister. I am your sister, and I'm here representing you as your sister. I ain't your fucking therapist out here. That's what people need to understand. Stop coming at me with this bullshit. Stop it. I am your sister trying to come correct for the sisters. I've grown up the same as you. I've gone to a regular secondary school. I've grown up as part of a Windrush family like anybody else. I am a survivor of sexual abuse myself. I too have my triggers. The difference is that I've been on my healing journey. I've held it down. I'm able to have self-control when I need to. I've always given it raw. I've never hidden who I am, But right now, these people are riling me up to a level and they need to know who I am. Because don't think that any corporate position or any work that I do or anything can stop me from lashing back when I feel it's correct to defend myself. I will take off that corporate suit and that corporate jacket and lift up my fractal panel. Stop it. Don't swear, for real, mother never raised no fool. If you ever know the people that have drawn me out today, do I look like an idiot up in here? Does it look like it's okay for everybody to threaten me, threaten my family, dirty bad word on my phone on a Sunday morning and I haven't even troubled these people? Is this okay? It's not okay. It is not okay. Do you understand? And if anyone thinks that I'm a soft touch out here, think again, because it's the wrong person. Really, it is. Just like the rest of you. We can all do badness. We can all cuss bad word. And unfortunately for this sister, she caught me on the hop. And I'm not necessarily proud of that. But I am a human being. There's only so much we can take in our family with all of this. All I've tried to do is advocate for the sisters. You understand? All I've tried to do is that. So basically, this is how I know the sister. I don't talk to her often. Months could pass and I haven't spoken to her. But every so often she'll reach out because she's got an issue. Or I will reach her to see if she's doing okay. It's that kind of thing. And we have long conversations when I do reach out to her about what's going on for her most of the time, really. She, if I don't talk to her about my stuff or anything like that. Sometimes I share reflective practice where some of the stuff she's saying, like I said, I'm a survivor of sexual abuse. I can also reflect and say, yeah, I went through that with my mum or something or whatever. But that's as far as it goes. This woman knows nothing of my life. Nothing. And I've been nothing but decent to this sister. Nothing but decent. But at the end of the day, why? Anyway, because I can rant. I can rant. I better stay on track. I can rant. I really can tonight. But basically, this is how I know the sister. Now, the last time I spoke to her was, again, a good little while ago. And it turned out that it just happened to turn out after 50 done his appearance here. I think there was a conversation that took place, and I realized that she was actually dating 50's son, who I've not seen since he was 14 years old. He's now 41. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, brilliant. You know, la, 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 la. I know him to be a very, very decent young man. She put him on the phone. We had a little catch up. He kind of remembers me from his young days as his dad's friend. And that was the end of that. Didn't really speak to her again until I was called up, I think just before Christmas, maybe. She called me up screaming, as she does, one morning while I was on my way to work, and basically was upset because she'd found some conversations on her man's phone. And she was upset about that because the woman was a teacher and she's not. She's a prostitute, by the way. And I've never judged her for that. And neither did the brother that was with her. Everybody took you, who around you, that for who you are, recognized your trauma and allowed you to act out to an extent. But this has gone too far. How dare you think you can come and come onto my personal WhatsApp, bring your level of filth and degradation into my morning on a big Sunday? It's not on. Not on. Yeah. So that was the last thing I had with her. And I said to her, listen, grow up. I'm on my way to work. I cannot deal with this right now. Louder man. It's not even like he's having a relationship or cheating on you and everything. It's just a conversation. You know, there was nothing to me that she was telling me, and he was in the background, that was untoward in any way, shape, or form. So imagine my surprise. And as I said, this was like maybe November time. Last time I'd spoken to her, and that was the end of it. I didn't even follow up to see what happened next. Okay. So last week, I come in to 17 messages of abuse on my Instagram DM. 17 messages of abuse. Unbelievable abuse. Because what this person specializes in is going on her Instagram every single day, cussing at the top of her voice the most vile and degrading Jamaican patois at people that her listeners have probably never even heard of. They're just people in her life that have upset her, that has pissed her off. And now I realize that maybe a lot of them haven't pissed her off. The level of illness is terrible. I say there are levels to it. If someone is running around psychotic, then you forgive them for that. They really have lost their minds. But there are all borderline personality disorders playing out in our community. And we're supposed to just put up with that. But they've got mental illness. Take that back to Africa or Jamaica and start messing around with people, messing with their lives, saying things about them when I gossip, and chatting a bag of foolishness and insulting them in the way that you do, and see if your madhead can get you protection. What is this? What is this? You don't get a free pass just because you've got a personality disorder or you're suffering from bipolar, so your head chips sometimes. You don't get a free pass to come and abuse us. Do you understand? She goes by the name, look, the Instagram name changes lots of times. Her name's Donna. She used to call herself Topper Donna. I think she's on Instagram now as Black Beauty, which I don't know why she's calling herself that, because all this woman does as well is curse black skin sisters because she's light-skinned perceivably. You know, that's another little toxic, nasty thing about her. She thinks that she's beautiful. And she's not, in my opinion, because beauty comes from the inside out. And visually, for some men, you might look lovely in your plastic way. But the minute your mouth opens, that is when the truth comes out, isn't it? And that's the reason why you can't keep the man at the end of the day. Who's calling me? Have I frozen? Maybe. Hold on. Sorry, you guys getting me, yeah? Come on. Come on. Right, I'm here. I'm back. Honestly, the level of abuse for what I have no idea about. I haven't done anything to these people. So basically, I came into all this abuse, and I was actually on the phone to one of the team when the messages came through on Instagram. And I was like, is this person talking about me? Is she talking about someone else? Because she's very used to sending me messages of lives or voice notes or whatever it is that she's cussing the latest person who I've never heard of these people that she cusses, right? So I just thought maybe it was something like that. And then I realized in some of the messages that she could be talking to me. So I imagine that you are completely clueless as to what is going on here. So I've basically jumped on with Fives' son and asked him what's going on. He's shocked and kind of brought me up to speed with what her problem is. Problem is he's got rid of her. And so he should. Because the things that she says and goes on with and the level of trouble that she causes around the man, who's a lovely young boy, he's 40-something, but he's still a boy to me. He'll always be a boy. Yeah? It's not necessary. And nobody needs that in their life. You know, just kicking off with people on the street for no reason because they've looked at you too hard or you don't like something they've said or done. It's just unbelievable. This is the type of person that it is, right? So he brought me up to speed. And what it seems that's happened is that there was a lady that came on this platform as well. I'm not going to name her, but I actually don't remember her. Lots of people come onto the platform, my people. Lots of people come on. Do you understand? And I don't remember her up to now. I don't remember her. Turns out that she's a long-term friend of my brethren Fivo. Yeah, I've never met her in his company. I don't know this woman. I can't remember her. I really can't. And I'm terrible like that anyway. If I know her from the past, I don't remember that I know her from the past. But I don't know the bloody woman. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, sis, the one that came on. Yeah? But somehow there's been some sort of triangulation where she knows the woman via Fivo them, him and his son, and her and the woman are in beef. And because Fivo's son has dropped her because of her madness, she's now decided that she hates everybody from London, and she's written me into the narrative. What? She's written me into the narrative. So she's just rang me up and started verbally abusing me. Bumble clot this, blood clot that, you're this, you're that. I thought, oh my God, do I need this on top of everything else that's going on? I don't know what this is about. I tried to reach out to her. She I don't know if she blocked me or whatever, but she didn't get my Instagram messages, or maybe she did, but she didn't respond. So instead, she chose to use my personal WhatsApp, which was given to her as a lifeline when she's in distress, really, yeah, to try to abuse me further on voice notes and messages and whatever. So I sent her back. I haven't had time to upload it, but I'm going to read it. I sent her back a message on WhatsApp, and it was just like, what are you talking about? I'm going to read you the message, people. I had no idea. No idea what she's dealing with. Hold on a minute now. Let me see this. If it's this, this one. Right. So she's got two numbers, basically. And all I said to her was, after she sent out a barrage of abuse, let me see if I can play these voice messages.
London friends, your fellow London.
All right, let me let you follow the trail, people. So I'm going to let you listen to the voice messages, and then I'm going to read what I said, because I don't know anything about anything. 1 second, people. Listen to the abuse that I've had to endure, and I've said nothing up until now. It's been over a week of this going on, but listen to it. All right, so listen to this.
I'm not listening to none of your voice notes on the ones that you sent on Instagram, because I don't want to hear none of your fucking cockney voices, to be quite honest. It's going to bring back my PTSD. It's going to get me fucking angry. It's going to make me want to get on a plane, come to London, and shout down a lot of you. I can't take on them. I really can't take on these. And I'm getting one. Oh, I want to get it for y'all like here. Because all of you come from the same fuckery. Yeah? Yeah? Not in and on, so don't send me no message, because I don't want to hear no voice note off none of you. I don't want to hear none of your cockney fucking scum accents. Yeah? I don't care. They're fake motherfuckers. want to know your business so they can get to fucking chat you and feel so they can be judgmental on people. And I've noticed it's always the darker skin, ugly looking bastards that want to take set on me. It's not my fault. I've got chrome skin and I'm pretty easy. It's always the insecure London blood clot, black ugly looking bitch them. Who always have the most with them, like I said, them are the blood clot people for the job, like the fucking high achievers. If you got damn shit out of somebody body and dead. All I've got to say is this: Patsy Palmer thinks she's bad. Whatever badly she's kept up in the past, she thinks she can put her hand on me when I come to London. When I come to London, I'll be coming with me. I'm a big blood clot daughter. And anyone and a black, dirty, burnt-looking pieces of shit think they can put their hand on me, they're fucking gonna know what God did my blood clot serve. Coming in and nobody will look to a blood clot black and bun up because they evidently cannot be fucking trusted. The hate on women like myself, that have gone through hell and back and that are still here, standing and flipping able to tell the story. Let me tell you fucking this, you listen to me and you listen to me fucking good. You see, you and your friend are dirty blood clot people. Let me tell you this, I'm fucking scared of none of you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? None of you am I fucking scared of. None I want to, no girl. I fucking London ain't got no fucking talk for me. Talking about my fucking mothering skills. At least my fucking yard's fucking habitable. Which is a lot more than a lot of you fucking London dog shits I got. Bastards.
So all of that abuse came my way because I'm a Londoner. And because this Patsy person came on, Katie, that kills me. This Patsy person came on my platform, and I genuinely, sister Patsy, reach out to me. I do not even remember the live. There's been so many lives, and if we don't catch up afterwards, which people either don't need it or they don't require it. So I don't, I have one call after the live, and how are you feeling? How did that feel? Moving on, keep in touch, and we don't always keep in touch. Some people don't require it. She did. So all you hear there is her cussing off this Patsy woman, but putting me in the loop somehow. It's London people. And I've been getting nothing but that. And I've tried to, all I said in response to that, when she sent out these messages is, I ain't done you nothing except be a Londoner. You're proper off key. Your face might be perceivably pretty. It's a matter of taste, but your character is ugly bad. I don't deserve this vitriol. I hope you get the help that you need, sweetheart. All I've ever done is support you, and I've never even met you. I don't even know this Patsy. You say she came on the live. I barely remember her. So why am I getting this demonic rhetoric this time of morning? I tried to point you in the right direction for healing after you approached me, and I'm done, not in it in 2023. That was when did I send that message? So that message was sent on the 11th of January, okay? I'll put it up for anybody that wants to doubt it or wants to see it. It will go up at some point. I've got it in my WhatsApps. So that was in the 11th of January. We're nearly coming up to the end of the month. I've been taking this a long time from this woman. Do you understand? I have said nothing, and any message I've sent her has been in that kind of vein. Yeah, so let me move over to my other phone, and I blocked her on that WhatsApp after that, forgetting. No, I didn't forget actually. She was on the old WhatsApp that I had when I was in Tanzania. So she's popped up on that this morning when I've woken up out of my sleep with even worse. And she's responding to the fact that I've called her man, ex-man, might I add. I've called him, and I've gotten the full 100 as to what's really going on. You're in beef with this woman who I don't know, and the man has dumped you, and you're very hurt by that. And I feel sorry for that, but I did warn you to rein yourself in. Otherwise, no man is going to put up with that. And now you've lost him. So don't blame me for your own self-fulfilling prophecies. I didn't have to get involved in that. It was a piece of advice, and I left it at that. So it's more than scary. The voice is demonic, and it is demonic. It is demons that run that type of madness. So, right. So she sent me this, the more abuse on a different WhatsApp, with more rubbish. So I've put, this is my point of exactly. You have got a serious personality disorder. I'm going to put it up. This one's quite long, and she's saying, take my name out of your mouth. It's a madness. You put your name in my mouth. I didn't do anything to you. But anyway, listen to the nastiness of the voice notes that I received this morning. I've done nothing to deserve this. And I'm sorry, people. I'm putting it out there because I did respond to her, and I'm going to play you that as well because it's about transparency. I lost it because one thing that these people need to understand is that we're all from the same community. We can all cuss with the best of them. We just choose not to. So don't think you can keep raining down these evilest words on me, and one day I might not snap and lick back, because you're not the only one whose head can chip, is what I said to her. You're the only one who can cuss dirty blood clot. You're not the only one whose head can chip. Difference is when I return fire, it will be true what I say about you. So do with that what you will. I don't care if she puts it on her lives. It is what it is. Now, at the end of the day, I hit back. I'm not taking back my talk. I'm a human being. Do not expect me to sit here as if I'm in a meeting in the big house. You cannot get to abuse me. That's what it is. Don't think. I get a lot of abuse of this nature. But this one is gone too far on my Sunday morning. So let's hear what she had to say this morning, and then you'll hear my response. And then I'm going to put out the link so people can jump on and tell me what they think about that, including my response. Yeah? All right.
Listen, Afua, let me tell you something, yeah? Nobody is shot on you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Nobody's shot on you. So I don't care how you think or how you want to put me down or the little unique undermining way that you use on go on. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if your head can chip or not. I don't care. Do you understand? You're a fucking cockney bitch I'm fucking scared of, darling. Do you understand? Learn that and make that resonate in all your cockney scum minds. Because not one of you are more than fucking me. Do you understand? None of you no more than me. So when you're coming with your undermining, I'm the car, go and shove your fucking big fucking words and all your fucking hoo-ha up your fucking big gaping agent ass and fucking dead fear like here. Do you understand? Because the difference is with me, I'll tell you how I fucking feel in a real blood clot life. Yeah? That's what I'm telling you. Now you can kiss my pretty red fucking ass and don't message me again. You fucking undermining bitch. It's mad how you love to tell people about their self and your diagnostics on other people, but you can't look at yourself. See, I can admit my toxicities, Afua. Do you understand? So you can phone that, you can phone God for your life fucking gear. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You can't speak down on me. You can't speak into my life. Do you understand? So take away your anti-fucking looking self, right? Gonna have to blood clot flow and call me and put on some fucking weight. I look like you smoke blood clot crap from the beginning of blood clot creation. Fucking bright and out of order. Love talk down on people and you look like fucking somebody who are fucking dead.
You deluded fucking bitch. I do not know Patsy, yeah? I do not know this woman. She's not in my life. I have never met her. The only conversation we would have had is for her to come on the platform. I didn't give her the time that I gave you, you deluded fucking bitch. And let me tell you something. You ain't in no position to cuss no one. You fucking sell pussy for a living and you got plastic tits that you believe makes you beautiful. You deluded bitch. Leave me alone. Stop abusing me. And let me tell you something. Don't think that I'm some little old woman, yeah? I'll tear off your face. You have no fucking idea who you're dealing with. Fuck off. Fuck off. You take crack. You sell pussy and you got plastic tits, my girl. Stop cussing people. Yeah? Your life is in the gutter. Yeah? I've never sucked no one's cock for a living, you fucking Jezebel. Leave me the fuck alone. And you can play this on your live as well, because I'm just about sick of the fucking abuse. I've done nothing to you, you ungrateful fucking Jezebel dog. I've done nothing to you. Nothing whatsoever. It's all in your fucking head. Leave me the fuck alone. I've just woken up. Do you understand me? Because some of us work for a fucking living. I've now got to go and look after my picnic because some of us actually managed to hang on to our children. You're a fucking wreck. You're a car crash of a bitch. Leave me the fuck alone. I've done nothing to you, bitch. I don't know who you fuck you think you are. Plastic titty dunner. Who the fuck do you think you are? Do you understand? You can't even string a proper sentence together. All you know how to do is cuss and raise unclean spirits. Fuck off. You fucking brass. Fuck off. play it on your live, do it. You understand? Because I don't know who you think it is that you're dealing with at the end of the day. You're a dog art gal. And don't, listen, I'm going to put your face up on the Hall of Shame. Do you want me to do that to you? Do you want me to? You fucking ungrateful, dirty dog. That's what you are. Nyam shit. I don't have time with this. I've done nothing to you, girl. Nothing whatsoever. And I don't know Patsy. So suck your blood clot dead woman. Dig her up. Suck her dusty blood clot crashes and get the fuck out of my life. You bitch. I've done nothing to you, bitch. Nothing. And that's why Duppy a blood clot follow you, because you're haunted. Go and get a fucking exorcism. Because let me tell you something, counselling can't help you. Bullshit this. Yes, people. That's what I had to resort to. That's what I had to resort to. I've not cussed like that in years. Let me tell you. I'm so sick of them. I'm sick of them. You understand me? And I'm saying I'm not no one's beating stick in 2023. It's upset me, people. It's upset me. I'm so angry that I want to cry. You know, when you're certain people that when they cry is when they're dangerous because they're so angry. That's how I feel right now. I don't deserve this type of cussing. She did deserve that back. You can't come cuss me off like that on my phone on a Sunday morning and think that because of the His Time Is Up campaign or whatever position I might hold out here in society that I can't answer you back. You're alter order. We are all from the same cloth out here. So I just wanted to share that with you, people. Yeah, don't let her disturb me. I know that now I'm calm. But one thing with me, I don't take back my talk. If I feel it is warranted, you're only ever going to get that side of me if you push it and you deserve it. You know, I don't walk around dealing with people in those terms. I just don't. You understand? Until you mash that corn toe. And she's been mashing it and mashing it and mashing it. And I've got a long string. You have to do the most to draw me out like she did this Sunday morning. You know? You really have to do the most to me to draw me out. When we saw that thing with Whatless Baby Daddy, it had been years of draw out and him dumping on my daughter and messing with her head and all the rest of it until I just had enough. Because I'm a Judah, I'm a July girl. That's it. We take a lot because we give a lot. And then once we decide no more. And who wants to vex about it can vex because it comes like a tirade. That's what's going on right now. And I'm saying anybody that wants to step, you got this other idiot, Soka 85, trying to claim mental illness and disturbing my peace as well. And people trying to defend it. I don't know anything about the beef between her and the sister that was on the live because I don't know them. People seem to think people come on this live are my friends. They're not. They're sisters that I'm trying to help. I've never met any of them apart from LB and maybe one or two others at the march. I've never met up with no one. Do you understand? It's just another distraction, Lady Muff. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me put out the link. I believe I did copy and paste that. I want to hear from you lot tonight. I'm thinking if I should have done this on a members live, but I wanted everybody to be able to have a chance to come on and have their say with it. Because did I overreact? Was it warranted? Should I have showed restraint yet again? You know? People feel like idiots. Yeah, there's the link. Jump on, people. Copy and paste that into your browser. If you can't do that, then you have to tap it out one and copy it as you see it on the screen. And come on and chat to me, man. I need some support out here. I really do. I'm a person, I've never ever been scared of showing my vulnerabilities. I never have been. If I'm depressed, I'll tell you I'm depressed. If I'm down, I'll tell you I'm down. If I can't cope, I'll tell you I can't cope. And I'm getting to the point where I can't cope. I'm getting to the point where I feel like I just want to F off back to Tanzania, doing my thing, doing me, and everybody else can get on with it. And that's not fair. That's not fair to the sisters that need help out here. Do you understand? It really, really isn't. But I'm just one person's pick me. I really am. Who's joining us? I heard a clip, but I can't see you yet. I guess you'll come on in a minute. All right, Khadija. Try connect your devices. All right, Christella's here. Khadija, try and connect your device, my sister. Thank you, Christella. Thanks for joining us.
Right, you're all right, sis. Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, mate, God bless you. Listen, I just want to say, babes, You're one of the strongest, most beautiful, intellectual, sassy, fire in that belly, positive woman that's out here in the UK doing the most to bring justice to the streets. Yeah.
Thanks for
I
this.
see your work ethic. I see your heart. I know what you're doing, sis. And you know what? The devil has to try to take you down because he knows the God that's in you. Yeah. And women who find women like us challenging have to try their best to ruin our day and take our time away from the valuable work that we're doing out here. She ain't even worth your time, sis. You get
This
me?
I know. This I know. But you know what it is, sis? Sorry, Sister Khadija, jump back on, sis. You didn't connect your camera and your microphone. That's why it won't let me bring you on. Please jump back on, Sister Khadija. Sis, it was just one of those days. You know when you just can't hold back the restraint anymore because you know it's in you.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, these things, if I'm upset, baby Afua is upset. If I'm in a bad mood, baby Afua's in a bad mood. She's going to pick up on that, even if I try to hold it down and pretend that I'm not. She's very tuned in with me that way. You know, I'll give it a smile and I pretend it's all good. She'll go, Mummy, what's wrong? And that affects her day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're getting that level of abuse continuously over an extended period of time, these are the things that they used to say to my teacher, Khalid Mohammed, when he used to let off on them. You understand what I'm saying?
No, facts. And it ain't fun when it's a threat to like your home and your privacy and things like that. That's not cool.
Absolutely.
That is not cool. And I completely understand why you reacted, but the way like you did better than me, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're basically declaring war on my life and my well-being and my mental state. Do you know what I mean?
That's not okay.
No, it's not okay. And you have every right to protect you and yours. Do you know what I mean? You don't go around slagging people off. Do you know what I mean? All you do is surface certain things where people have to get justice for their actions because we're living in a time where literally spiritual warfare is so real. And
absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like there's little demons and all this negative energy that's just running around trying to scare people away from God. And we ain't going to stand for it.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Sis, don't go nowhere. I'm going to put you on mute. 50 came in and then there's somebody called me. I want to hear from them very quickly. But don't go nowhere, Sister Christella.
Okay.
All right, let me mute you up. Go on, 50.
Can you hear me?
Tired of her.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro. I can hear you. I'm saying I'm tired of her.
Yeah,
Tired of
evening, yes, going out to your listeners. Good evening to all of the listeners and the viewers. And as I said, I'm not here. I can't answer for my son. Going out to all the viewers and listeners, that's something I can answer for. And all I can say is I can only go by what's shown to me.
Of course. So we're not here to judge 50. 50 tried to help the girl. I mean, sorry, Live, your son.
Yeah, exactly. And as I said, I don't know how they come to be as an item, if they had been an item. And all I do know, according to my son, as I said, I cannot speak for him. I know he wasn't happy. I could see the unhappiness in him. I mean, he's also has something at stake for his own very life. And this person is, for myself in particular, as his father, it was red flags towards my child. And if I see any person who's a red flag to my children, I'm going to step in and say something. I have to. They're my child. They're my seed. And I will not allow it to be there and not tackle it as, as big as my children are. And as I said, I saw quite a number of things that I was unhappy with. But as I said, she never showed me no disrespectful type of attitude or conduct in front of me at no given time, because as you know, sister, me not tell you them thing there.
You're not going to respond for that. And plus, she would have wanted to impress you, didn't she? I don't respond.
Yeah. Not even so much that. Yeah, as I said, because as I said, I don't take no check when it comes to when people ain't got no manners, no etiquette, no decorum, no panache. If you don't have these finer traits about persons, regardless, it could be my own children. I'm not in it, and they know that I don't play that. Anyone who knows of Fiverr, I know that I don't play that. If you do not have those finer qualities within you, big, small, black, white, pink, in, out, gay, transgender, straight, etc. If you don't have those finer qualities, you can't deal with me. You cannot deal with me.
Absolutely.
No honor, no valor.
Can you just confirm that I do not?
Listen. It has. Listen. As far as what I have know of, this has nothing to do with you, Afua. Afua, listen. you've created a fantastic, beautiful, great platform where everyone of all of all genders and all races can, you know, apply themselves whatever the issues. You've taken such a big thing as an activist. Allowed me to be on your platform, you know, to bring forth my story, being as a casualty. Yeah, and I'm so happy that you was able to give me that platform, and that's
Mm.
all you have ever done for those. You have invigorated people.
And
You have
you grew
motivated.
up. You
You
grew
have
up around.
inspired.
Thank you, Fiver. You grew
Right?
up around this Patsy lady, and you can
But
confirm that. I do not know this woman from a.
I've not actually grown up with Patsy. I know of her. She's out of Northwest London. She was on your show at one time. You know what I'm saying? As I said, and as I said, you have come across many a guests. I don't know. No one can expect you to remember every guest that's come on your show. And
Right.
I didn't even know herself and this person even had some form of it. As I said, it's got nothing to do with me, other than the fact that what she was around my son and what I saw when she was
Yeah, and
around
your
my
son is
son.
a big grown 40-odd-year-old man, so
Yeah,
you can get a little bit familiar
I
with
might, yeah,
him,
exactly.
right?
My son's he's at 43. My son's
Yeah.
43
So
years of
you
age.
know you're a little bit more au fait with what's been going on than I am, but you're still twice removed because he's a big man. He's not going to
Of
share
course,
everything with you.
exactly. And there's some things he has and something he hasn't. And what he
Mm.
doesn't want to share with me, I would say,
Uh,
look, son, you know, right about it. Well, I'm not feeling this. If that's how you want to go about it, and that's how you're going to,
Madness.
you know, if you're going to tackle the
Absolute
issue,
madness.
look for the record. I don't even. As I said, this is their personal thing, and I'll just say this for the record because, as I said, after a while, I will say to your listeners and everybody else, you as I said to you, we've had conversation. After a while, you have done nothing wrong. You have nothing to be apologetic for. You should be, as a matter of fact, unapologetic. Now you have done nothing but help. You have never met this person in the physical realm. This is a woman who contacted you while she was on the other side of the world. They
Exactly.
come to you. You didn't come to them. They reached out to you. I have never seen this person's other than when that person come around with my son and they came to London. That was the only appearance. As I
Absolutely.
said, you
It's
know
just
what they said.
yeah.
First impression counts. And when I first, when she before my eyes, I was like, I wasn't making any judgment call. I was like, okay, cool. That's what you're rolling. That's what you're rolling. It's not me.
Mm.
It's not up my alley. But if
Yeah.
that's somebody that's yours, that's you. I know nothing about that person's. I'm not interested or concerned about your things as long as you are not putting my son, my seed in any form of danger or any vulnerability or anything of that nature. Because as I said, my son has something hanging over his head. He can neither piss, slip, talk, or do
Yeah.
anything in the wrong kind of
He
manner
doesn't need
if
a
I get a
liability like
recall.
that, bro. He doesn't
Right.
need a
So
liability like that.
my
It's unreal.
as the saying goes, if you're not an asset, then you're a liability.
Absolutely. Kimberly Jones says, I think you should block and ignore. We have a more important war going on and it's not
Well,
with each other.
exactly.
Absolutely,
Kimberly is
Kimberly
right.
Jones. No, can I just say,
Kimberly.
absolutely, Kimberly is right. But Kimberly, I am a human being. There's only so much abuse somebody like myself can take. Now, I don't know about anyone else, and hats off to you if your resilience is that level that you can take constant verbal abuse from people, even into your personal world. But I can't. I'm not made of that stuff. And there will come a time, as much as I'm able to hold back, probably more than the average person, there will come a time when I feel the need to clap back. The same thing happened with the respect thing. 2 years of the foolishness I put up and I buttoned my lip, I said nothing. But there comes a point. Kuli Chan is coming on. Well, I know. Yes, Kuli Chan.
Hey, how you doing?
I'll talk back to you in a minute. Me, whoever ME was, can you come back on, please? Because you jumped off, but I do want to speak to you. Blessed love, Christella. I mean, Kuli-chan. Nice name.
Wait, you talking to me or are you talking to the other
I'm
guy?
talking to you, Kuli-chan. Blessed love. How you doing?
Good. You know, chilling out. You know, relaxing. It's
Okay.
Sunday.
Yep. It is a Sunday. It is a Sunday. You sound like you've got an American accent. Are you over there or over here?
I'm over here.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
yes, my brother. What do you think about what we're talking about tonight?
Well, I said, honestly, like I was let me turn this down. Um, I was listening to the whole conversation, and I kind of got lost in it. You know,
Mhm.
all I really heard was the other guy talking about his son and how um he's afraid for his son, but I'm not sure what the topic is really. Like,
Okay, so the topic is basically, I don't know how familiar you are with this channel. Have you ever watched our stuff before?
nah, it's my first time.
Oh, it's your first time. I see what's happened there. Somehow it's gone in the algorithm somewhere. So basically, this channel is called Afua Speaks Community Conversations normally, and
Mm,
we are an organization, I suppose we've become, who represents the interests of victims, Black women that have been historically abused and presently in the Black community, something that's always hidden. And now, as a consequence of my efforts in the UK
mm,
to highlight this issue and bring it to the fore, and actually have some of these people that's always escaped mainstream justice to be held accountable and for us to know who they are, I receive a lot of abuse from our own people. So we're discussing tonight abuse that I've received from a woman that I actually tried to help, who's clearly unstable, but is sending me nasty, disgusting voice notes, cussing me off in Jamaican patois. And we're discussing whether or not, after how much years of dealing with this, that I finally snapped and returned fire in Jamaican patois, whether or not
hold on,
that was
yo, you
warranted.
say you finally slapped? Oh, snap! Um,
Yeah, yeah, I did.
uh, you want to put your hands on her?
No, no, no. It doesn't go like that, my brother. How long you been in the UK?
Uh, just like 3 months. It was just
Oh,
a
yeah. So
transition.
you're not used to the ways.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, we're not used to the ways. You're not used to the ways. You'll see how we do it. I don't know if you have any Black, British, or Caribbean or African parentage or whatever, or if you're just straight up African American. How does it go for you?
For me, originally I was born in Africa. Um,
Okay.
my mom and my dad is African, and
Okay.
I
You've
left
got
them.
links to the
I
UK.
left. I left them home in Africa, but I have cousins. Um, I think about like 10, 10 cousins
Okay.
from different parts of my family out there.
Okay. So you've got
So,
roots. You've got roots to
right,
the community here, my brother. That's really good.
yeah.
But
So I went
listen,
to Manchester
yeah,
first.
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
So I went to Manchester first, and then I went to Liverpool, and then I stayed in London for my last month. So it was just me visiting family.
Ah, so you're going back to the US after this. Okay, I get you. Well,
No,
welcome to some of the
I'm
stuff.
already back home.
Oh, you're already back in in the US now.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought you said that you were here. Yeah. All right.
yeah. So
Well, what part of the US?
I,
What part of the US you listening from, bro?
I went to my cousin's graduation at fuck, what's the name of this?
It's not important, bro. I just wanted to get a sense of who you are and whether or not you understood what we were talking about. What part of the
Uh,
US are you listening from?
I'm in North Carolina.
Okay, you're down in the south. I hear that. Lots of the same problems that we experience here. Spread the word, my brother. Share the live. Get people in touch because we're all one global family. We all have the same issues, the same ills, the same problems across the diaspora, across the globe. Okay. Thank you so much for jumping on, though. Do you know what? I wish that more English people, English Black people, would do what you've done because I know it's a culture over there. You guys don't mind jumping on to internet lives and sharing, even if you're random, even if you don't know what's going on. You just kind of catch the mood and you jump on. And we need some of that over here, Brother Kuli Chan. So bless
Well,
you, my brother. Thank you.
well, just talking about, just what you're talking about, is that Um, you know, if I think about it, it's just that if you have a sister, you have any type of family that's, like, a woman, your mother,
Mm-hmm.
your cousin's sister,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like they deserve to be treated that way?
100%. 100%, bro. That's the biggest message that you could have given as a black man. I thank you, bro. I'm going to take you off now, bro. We're going to give people a chance to jump on as well. But thank you so much for your contribution. Okay.
How you gonna throw me off? Come on.
Okay. All right. No. Well, you know what? Let's hear back from 50. I know that there's norms around this. No, I don't, I'm not throwing you off, bro.
I'm here for the debate.
Oh, okay. This is all good then. It's not really a debate, but it will turn into one. Let's hope some other people jump on. Mute up for me then, my brother, because we're going to hear back from 50, okay? Mute up for me. All right. Go on, True Fives.
Yes, my beloved listeners.
Yeah.
Caller from North Carolina. I want to if I'm Riley or Charlotte, nevertheless. But as I said, you've given a great platform for those to exercise and to be able to bring forth any of experiences. You've given them that, and as I said, this person reached out to you. I am not here to be into the entanglement of this. As I said, my way of this is by the practice my child, and as I said, my children who I love dearly, they love their father dearly. We have a fantastic relationship. I have a fantastic relationship with all of my children. Yeah, all of my children know who their father is, and they all around me, and I'm around them, and I will protect them. I will protect them. I won't lie for them. They know this. I will not lie for my children. That's what I will not do. I will protect them, but I will not lie for them. I'm not going to do that for any of them. And as I said, we hold you in high esteem. So you know how my son has the utmost respect for you, Afua. The utmost respect he has for you, just like all members of my family. How we have for you and for what.
Listen, your son is a respectful young man. I realize that, and like I said, if sister just looked for some healing, and just took hold of her demons and changed, I believe that maybe they could have gone on to do something. Do you know what I mean? Because he clearly just loved her as she was. He weren't making any judgments on her life or anything like that. That is a rare brother that does that.
Yeah, listen. There's not many a man out here in today's modern world, in these modern times, that is going to be taken on that type of attitude, that type of conduct, and that type of toxicity on masculinity. There's no man in the modern time doing that. Modern men are like, you know what? Later. A man was like, you know what? I'm not even going to give you the time of day. I'm up. Yeah, I'm out. I'm checking out. And when the brothers are checking out, it reverberates to the sisters, because once someone who has that type of behavior, that type of pattern within them, you're bringing luggage from ex relationships. You can't bring your luggage from your ex relationship and bring it to me, who's open-heartedly transparent with you about everything. I don't want to hear about what luggage that you got here. We're dealing with what we have in front of us, but you're bringing the excess thing, and this is what I say. Yeah, as I said, I can only go by what's been presented to me. I know nothing of the individual, nothing other than what they have shown me, and what I've seen and what's been shown to me. As I said, when they've been around in my domain, utmost respect. There is no, me not take them check. There's no dishonor. There ain't no disrespect around me. Period. Period.
We are a certain type of community. We live by certain codes that might not even be accepted in the mainstream, but everybody knows what they are. There are unspoken rules.
Of course there is.
And that's what I'm trying to kind of examine here tonight, is the fact that there's a fine line. Deal with us out of road. I mentioned on City Lock Radio earlier on in the interview that we live in a duality. Read Black Skin, White Family. Read those books. We live in a duality. You understand that? You understand? When we go out there in the world, in the house, dealing with Massa, there's one face, and when we come back to our community,
True.
there's another. There's no
That's
other
right.
people really that lives in that level of duality than us.
Than
So
us.
mind how you're stepping when you want to cross over the line into the personal world. You know, there's certain talk that we will take out there in our corporate roles or our social media profiles or whatever. When it comes into the personal world, we're not taking that kind of talk. And you and I,
Them check the fly.
you and I,
Them
Five,
check the fly.
we come from the ilk of, or the generation where we didn't have internet and these
Which
things.
internet?
You know,
Which
if you
internet?
wanted to have beef with somebody, you looked at them in the eye and come and
In
went
the
out
eye.
and had a straightener.
That's right.
You'd have a
Exactly.
straightener. That's the ilk we come from.
Mano. Exactly. Man's up front, woman's up front about the team. Now it's all this keyboard warrior. I
Keyboard
don't play
warrior
this keyboard.
foolishness.
Me not
Absolutely.
depend on keyboard warrior team. All these
Absolutely. Kimberly
keyboard
says
warriors.
that she's lost. Look, sis, this isn't your regular Friday night live where we're chopping it up and chewing the fat about what
Yeah.
ails our community. This is a rant. It's called Enough is Enough.
It's a monologue. It's a monologue. That's what we're presenting. It's a monologue. Not even so much a rant. This is a monologue.
It is a rant
And a
for me.
monologue. Yeah, well, it's
You
a
know,
monologue that has, it's a monologue that has to be addressed. Like you said earlier on the city lot. Thing is with some of us, especially with us black people, we don't want to be responsible. We do not want to be culpable. We don't want to be complicit. And we don't want to be accountable for any of the choices, decision makes that we like. Because you know what it is? Because we don't like the outcome of the consequences. But this is what
even further to that, bro. Even further to that, we burn out those people that stand up in a leadership position.
If you say that, if you saying that, do you not? Are you mad about your results in life?
No, come on, man. We're not mad about that. We just what it is. No one is mad here. The thing is this, because of culpability, complicity, culpability and responsibility, and nobody wants to put their hands up, stand tall on it, to know that they can go forward on it. As long as we keep, like Apple was said earlier, keep blaming racism, keep blaming slavery, finding some type of excuse and all this other jargon and bullshit.
Hold on, can I just hold it up right there? Can I just hold it up right there? This person, so-called 85, is the mad woman that has been trolling me for no reason, that has accused Killer P of rape. So-called 85. Hello, Sherelle here. Come on the live and tell us what your issue is, because you're a mad smuddy. We're not taking it today. Afua is not taking it today. Yes, this is a rant, but detractors can say whatever they say. No, my head is going. It can say whatever they say, but I'm sick of the abuse. And don't try and hide behind mental illness when you do what you do. I have no idea what is going down, you so-called 85, with you and Miss True or whatever. It is nothing to do with me. What I do know, though, is that you've been trolling me for a long time. You've been trolling other people for a long time. That's what I do know, and that's the reason why you were raised. It's got nothing to do with your internal.
I feel that.
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take you off because I want to make room for this sister here, bro. So I'm gonna have to take you off, my brother. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay, we good? Yeah,
jump on. Because I've had enough of you. Stop abusing Afua when I don't know you and I have never troubled you, and all I've tried to do is support you. Stop it. There's the link.
After what you said a great thing. What your father said: hate will kill the haters. Miss Arua said that.
Miss Arua said that.
Miss Arua said that. And that is in my mantra of my life. That is your father's word is part of my mantra, how I live and how I apply myself out here. The hate will kill the haters. Of course, they die in a slow death.
Stick a pin right there for me, please, Fiver. Unlimited doping. Let's have a conducive conversation. No, the gloves are off. We've been having conducive conversations, and people believe that they can come and dump on Afua. That's what people believe, and I'm saying today, no, you can't.
No, you can't.
Thank you, Killer P. Just a minute, Fiver. What them feel like outside you? What they feel like, Killer? I'm sick of them.
You know what it is, yeah? I'm sitting back and watching everything in Afua, and I just realized
I be feeling like this.
There's a whole heap of mad people linking up with mad people. Just like you got bad man linking up with bad man, and you got demons linking up with demons. You have mad people linked with mad people, Rasta. Yeah, we got good people linking up, but in small numbers. But the mad people, them, and the bad people, them, they're in crazy numbers. So we have to watch out.
Jump on Soko 85. If you are so plausible and reasonable and you have all this evidence, Soko 85, come out of the chats and jump on. The link is there and we will have a positive reasoning about it, or at least a constructive one. I don't know how positive it will be, but it will certainly be constructive. It will be articulate, measured, and constructive.
Let me explain something.
Listen, once, if she doesn't come on in the next 5 minutes, block her and take her out of this conversation.
Now, let me explain something. Let me explain something, Fu, my sister. 1 second. You see Soka or Sherelle. If Sherelle was a genuine woman of any sort, I don't know if mad people can be genuine anyway. So I'm not disrespecting everyone that's going through mental institutional stuff or
not at all.
You know what I mean? That's not what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is, with this situation here, in regards to Sherelle, if Sherelle didn't say what she said about me to people out the road, she would have heard what she heard, gone on the same social media that she's used to going on and ranting about everybody else and the system and everybody else and their mums. You go on social media and say, actually, I've heard this and I'm appalled. Because I would never say that about such a person. Or right. You know, we're all public. We're public people.
You guys had that type of contact. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So there's been none of that. So I want to see how can you rectify that now? Because I can't be someone that you respect and I've been there for you and all of this, and then you're gonna what throw my name out there like that? Then deny it afterwards.
He says there's no evidence that she said that. Apparently, that's what I've been reading.
The human person, the person that called and told me what they told me is the person of evidence, and the second person that clarified
she's here, Killer. She's here. You can talk to her.
I want to address you straight, Killer, because you've known me way too long for this. Way too long. I'm shocked at you.
Talk.
Because you can't be shocked at me. You
can't be shocked at me.
If I felt you sexually abused me, you would have heard this a long time before this foolishness. First of all.
Put it to bed. I remember it's what I hear. So you
should know about hearing and chat, bruv. When I heard about you, what did I do? I came to you, did I not?
When you heard about me, about what, please?
When people were making dumb pages about you, did I not come straight to you?
When people were making dumb pages about me, I was defending that and putting it out there myself.
I didn't need to defend it because I only know you personally, yeah, and I don't know you
manners and respect. Manners and respect. Hold on, manners and respect.
Let her talk.
If I see people talking about my friend, I come direct to the source. I don't do hearsay because this is not a playground. This is not a playground. And you lot don't understand, that you're putting my children in further danger. You don't understand the girl stalking everybody on Facebook. Do you know how many files I sent to the police today, Afua? It would have been better that.
Are you addressing me now, yeah?
Instead
are you addressing me now?
My name, you didn't want to meet me in 2021. You haven't known me 2 years. I don't know where you're going with 2 years. I'd love to see the receipts. Yeah? You've met me.
It's inconsequential. My timeline is inconsequential, sister. You know that you approached me. Let me finish. You know that you approached me, yeah?
Yes.
Because you wanted to tell your story.
What
did you tell me what you approached me for? Tell me what you approached me for.
I approached you for therapy because it claims that it says therapy on your page.
That's not true. That was a conversation that rolled out after the fact. That was a conversation that rolled out after the fact.
I haven't revealed those receipts yet.
And also, even if that was the case, did I tell you that I was your therapist? No.
I said to you, how much would you do it for? £50, £100 an hour? Because I've been blacklisted from every service. And
then what was my answer?
You said you've just come back from Tanzania. You're in a court situation. You said you've got a few clients. You'll get back to me with a time and a date.
That is absolute nonsense because number one, I'll tell you why that's nonsense. No, I'm responding now. I will mute you. So let me talk.
Speaking,
yeah, let me talk. Let me talk. If you've got the receipts, show them because I know it didn't go like that.
I've been showing them on my page and you've been reporting them and have them taken down and I'll repost them again.
So at the end of the day, yeah, you contacted me. I was still in Tanzania, and even if
you listen to my whole business and the gossip,
right? Exactly. Let me just mute her up. No one can't hear you because I'm talking now, right? Even if I'll unmute you in a minute because you're talking over me. That's the only reason I've muted you. I'll unmute you in a minute. You asked me for that. I told you I would not take any money off of you. You can talk to me, my sister, if that's what you need to do. That is what I said. You understand? So that's what happened for a little while. When you started to constantly bombard me with messages about the police following you, the state following you, people ripping things out of your wall and so on, I started to tell you that I think that you needed to seek some kind of help. You didn't take too kindly to that. And every single prescription that I gave to you, you would knock it down and hurdle it because it was like, well, but that isn't working and this isn't working and that's not going to work. I got tired of that and I've got no obligation to you. I said to you, I can't do this with you anymore. It's clear that you're not accepting what I'm saying. And from that day until this, you've been chatting lies about me. You've been talking rubbish, trolling my pages and going on with the most. That's what's happened here. I don't know you from Adam. 85 or I don't know you. I've not done anything to deserve what it is that you've been putting out. End of. So it's nothing to do with Killer Pete actually between me and you. It's nothing to do with this other girl, Serena, between me and you. This is about what I've explained. Nobody told you that that you had a therapist here. That's what happened. You're not well. It's pretty clear to everybody that watches.
Oh, I'm not well.
People are defending you and telling me that you've got mental illness, sister.
No,
this is the point I'm making. People. He's perfectly plausible, but she doesn't deserve the protection of mental illness. Listen to her.
Can I counteract?
I've finished now. Please counteract.
Everything I said is 1,000%. That's why my page is called Back Off. It's about gang stalking. Now, what I'm shocked as you as a trained professional in mental health, as you claim, like I am, you should understand trauma, especially ongoing and current. You should be very aware of how that affects a person, especially when they're being harassed by Met Police. That's very scary. A lie, man, them. I've never been in this situation before. I've never had police entering my home. You said it was a lie. Everything on my page. That's why I have a body cam, darling. Because the whole world didn't want to believe that my name is Saisha or George Floyd or Chris Cabba, I had to start recording. And I've got bare evidence. I've even got the doctors on my page. This is one of the first videos admitting they were drugging me.
I've never seen anything to support me. I've heard you say it, but I don't.
When you spoke to me a year ago,
I will talk in a minute.
I was weaning off their demonic shit, my former workplace. You don't know how much this system and this government is doing to people or how they're doing it and why they just prescribe people. And
sis, I'm not, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm going to beat you again because I have to respond. And let me tell you, what I'm not going to do is entertain your brand of delusion on this platform tonight. This is not what this is about. This is about you taking responsibility for the way that you treat people and the lies that you tell on them. That's what it's about. And Afro is not taking it in 2023 from anybody. You're showing me a badge with a scratched out face on it and your name. What does this mean? It means you work somewhere. So what? Do you understand? I am not, it doesn't escape me the fact that there are elements within the system that do troll people. You know, they do troll people. They do come after people. They come after me. But what you're talking about, I said to you, is borderline delusional. And it is because of my professional capacity that I was able to see that and separate the wheat from the chaff. You're not important enough, Sherelle, for them to follow you and carry on like this. You've been sectioned many times, my sister. Yeah, and when they come to your door, they come to your door because of whatever disturbances that you are creating and causing. Hold on, let me try and get this person on because there's somebody else that wants to join and I can't quite. Let me try and get them on here. I don't know who this is. Let me see here. I'm trying to get you on, people. 1 second. Right. Oh, no, brother Kuli-chan, like seriously, unless you're going to really directly contribute to the conversation, brother, then there's no point in it, really. I will bring you on, Kuli-chan, but I'm going to mute you up for a while. Just listen. Just listen, bro. Yeah. It's a bag of madness. It's a bag of Listen, do that on your channel. Not interested. I've seen the foolishness. No. You've come on to explain why it is that you're abusing me. Why have you abused me? Explain why you are abusing me. That's what you need to do. Why have you been abusing me?
Defamation of character is a serious
crime. I don't believe you. Why have you abused me? Because I told you I don't believe you. Why have you abused me? Because you told me I don't believe you. You've not answered the question. You're all right. There we go. You're going to get abusive. You're gone. I cannot be asked. Has she
What
got
you do
anything
have
to
do
say,
is keep my
people?
name
Should
out
I keep
your
her on?
fucking mouth. Keep my
All right, here
name
we go.
out your
No,
fucking
apparently
mouth.
you were going to come to you were going to come to the march.
Ring me like an
You were
adult.
going to come to the march, my
I have
sister.
time for this playground bullshit.
You were going to come to the march and kick off my face. So the only person who's threatening anybody here is you. And you said it on your own video. You're not well. Seek help. Stop abusing me. You haven't justified why it is that you've abused me, because I don't believe that you've got a conspiracy going on where you're being chased by the government. And I'm not your therapist. That doesn't warrant the kind of abuse that you've been going on with. You're not well. And you're blocked, because I can't do all of this. I'm not going to entertain it, Killer. I'm not. She's gone. Go away. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not. Turns up in the chats, just ban her, and then I'll block her, people. Can't be bothered with it, Killer. It's foolishness. She wants to come now and start peddling her foolishness on this platform. She's not answering the question. Why does that constitute for you to abuse me? It's my right to say that I don't believe you. Everybody and the brother can see that you're not well. Do you understand? We don't care.
It's not like no one is trying to bash no one like that neither. But why?
No,
why
they're
is
not.
your angle the way like it is? You're telling me that I should have reached out and called you. Do you know what it's like when somebody calls your name and says you're a rapist, bruv, and you ain't done nothing? Do you think I want to call nobody? Let's put this thing out there. Like, I'm a nice man and I'm a down to earth young man. Seriously, I stand for a whole heap. I don't fall for anything because I definitely stand for something. But when someone's going to call your name like that, do you think there's any level of reasoning at that moment in my life? When I've had literally over 28 arrests, where I've been arrested 28 times for allegations for people that use the system.
Oh, before you
people like me.
This is the latest foolishness now. You're not a working therapist. You only got a certificate in 1998. They go by what's on the LinkedIn that I don't update ever. Like, do you know what I mean? I'll shut up. Just get rid of her. She's getting on my nerves. It's a bag of foolishness. It really, really is. And I don't know when I said to anybody, I've said lots of times on this platform, I left that behind. I don't need the negative energy that goes to one-to-one therapy. So I don't practice in that regard anymore. I do court assessments. I do all of these things. You don't need to be registered. That's for one-to-one work, sweetheart. Get your shit correct. Gone. Don't want to have nothing to do with it. You won't be able to view this content anymore. You're an idiot. I can't. And I'm not showing decorum tonight. I'm not. It's raw. You understand what I'm saying?
They expect us to be professional and all
the
smiling
time.
as well. When they're boxing and kicking down people left, right, and center publicly, social medially.
Exactly.
Now, I don't know how to kick down people on social media.
It's ridiculous.
I have to kick down people in real life. And I don't trouble people in real life. And I try not to trouble people on social media. But they know every time they trouble me, I swear to God, I will move mountains to get to you.
There's only so much abuse you can actually take. Kazi, I'm bringing you on now. I don't know who Kazi is. I think it could be this Kazi Cross person who's been on the whatever. She can have her say. They can all have their say tonight. Whether or not you're going to receive the sharp end of my tongue depends on how you move. So I'm just not doing it. And yeah, stop explaining my qualifications to people. I idiot people this. You ain't got none themselves. Can't be bothered. Kazi. Are you Kazi Cross from Instagram?
Hi, Killer. How you doing? It's Killys. How you doing?
Good evening. You're on Afiwa's page, not my page.
Yeah, I know.
Are you Kazi Cross from Instagram, sis?
I'm Kazi Cross from Instagram. I didn't like the way you just handled Soko, because she was supposed to be coming on to say her piece. Yeah, she doesn't believe that she's been stalking you. So for you to say, explain why you're harassing me, explain why you're stalking me, she don't believe that she's been stalking you. She hasn't been stalking you as far as she's concerned. So for you to kick her off like that and block her like that, you're not really being very impartial.
I think I am after 2 years of WhatsApp notes and different things, my sister. You haven't seen it. I haven't bothered to put it up. I haven't bothered to put it up. That's what I'm showing you. If you want me to, I will. You understand? I will go back all the length of time. Sorry? Well, if it was or it wasn't, do you know what? Do you know what? If it was or it wasn't, let me tell you something about me in this incarnation in my life. I am menopausal.
Yeah, you about to get blocked in a little bit.
I don't always remember the timelines. 2 years, 1 year, potato. The problem is that this woman has been verbally abused online and chatting a load of foolishness that doesn't go like that. It's been happening in my private inboxes, and I have said, Very little about it. Today is the season, Kazi Cross, because everybody keeps dumping on me that I'm not taking it anymore. I said to her, I don't want to hear about the police stuff and you showing papers and whatever. That's for her platform. Tell me why me telling you that I'm not your therapist and I don't believe what you're saying, I think you're delusional, warrants you abusing and trolling me online. She wasn't able to explain that and I kicked her off, Kazi. End of.
Listen, yeah.
I don't know
You keep
nothing
on
about the
matching
speech that
subjects.
you've been talking
1
about
minute.
on Instagram, but have your say now.
1 minute is because somebody told Killer that she said that she raped her, which is passa, and you know that, and that shouldn't have even reached your platform because your platform is about exposing rapists.
You can't tell me what my platform is about, sister.
That's what it is. His time is up. His time is up. Why are you?
And guess what? We've used the hashtag their time is up. We have used the hashtag their time is up. Her time is up, and we deal with wider issues. We lead on sexual abuse, and that shows me that you don't have a full knowledge of this platform, obviously.
Hey, yo.
She has
no, Kuli Chan. Let Kazi speak, please.
Mental health, yeah. Can you stop playing music? Because I'm just trying to talk. If she has mental health, yeah, then how are you holding her at the same standards as someone that has full capacity? Do you understand that? Like, at the end of the day,
can I talk to Kazi in a little bit?
Bipolar.
In a minute,
even people on their medication, yeah, people that have bipolar, even people that are on their medication can have episodes. You need to understand if she, you know, that's what you're saying that she has, and she's been sexually. You can't be clowning people with mental disabilities or people that are not well and putting them up like they're clowns on your page and accusing them of things that you don't even have any evidence for. Someone called up Killer that he doesn't even know and told him that she said that she raped him. Like, what the hell? And then you're running with that story, Afua. If you want to stick to a subject and you're upset because you believe that she's stalking you, stick to that subject. Then you're dragging in some mix-up gal, Miss True, who's doing the most on Facebook, threatening pure people on Facebook like she's some gangster. She got arrested 2 days ago, and you're bringing on her on a platform to talk about her. If she does have mental health, how detrimental is this going to be to her mental health? Like, you're coming across as a bit weird and very discriminative against people that suffer from mental health.
Can you stop taking yourself off mute, please?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I will respond to you, sis. I will. Because on the surface of it, we can all say that, can't we? We can all say that. But when try you receiving this level of abuse, I'm not at work. Soko is not my client. I don't have to take that type of abuse. That's the point of this whole live, is what I'm saying to people. Just because you have a degree of mental health, and there are levels, like I said before, if this was a person that was in full psychotic episode mode, we would have to say, well, they're not responsible for their actions. It's because I understand mental health that I know that people have varying degrees of capacity. And that woman has a degree of capacity where she knows the damage that she's causing. There is no past just because you have a condition when it's that level. That's the point I've been making. So that's in answer to that. And why don't I take it? Because I'm always taking it. I have a child here. I have a family. I'm constantly having to deal with this. And what do you think that does for my mental health? I'm an externalizer. I have to get it out. I am ranting today. And that's what this is about. In terms of why she's on the page, it's because of that history with me, but also because we have also said, Kazi, let me land, please. We've also said, Kazi, I don't know if she's on the live. We've also said that we will not tolerate women that call people out for rape. Now, I've seen evidence of that. Whatever she's got with this Miss True person, I don't know Miss True. I don't follow her on Facebook. I don't see her activities. And neither do I care unless she's harming children. Yeah? I don't care what goes on between them in their world. How can I? People have got their passer all over the place. It's a little bit like that Kwame fellow. People had their beef left, right, and center within it. That is not what I was doing about it. And yes, she is passionate. And I'm not saying everything she's saying is wrong on the surface. What she's not doing is taking into account all the provisos and dealing with it from my standpoint. We lost you there just then, sister. Yeah, sorry, sister. We lost you just there, Kazi. Yeah, Callie, please stop cutting in. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take you off, bro. I'm talking to the sister. I don't know if you caught some of what I was saying.
My bad. I thought everybody get a chance to talk. You know, you guys.
Yeah, they will, but in a minute, bro. In a minute. So This isn't about me being her therapist and having to exercise decorum when I'm getting abused. I've had shit thrown on me on chicken wings and I did not respond. Do you understand? I don't know if you caught what I was saying. I was saying that there are varying degrees of mental illness. I don't know if she heard. She can listen back to it afterwards. It is what it is. On the surface of it, that's a very simplistic, blinkered way of looking at it in relation to your friend. Well, there is a me in this, and I do not have to deal with it. I did not want to have to deal with it. The sister is lucid enough to try to come on and propose some sort of argument. That's enough. I don't think Kazi's angry either. I think she's passionate. And if she wants to defend her friend, that's her right to do that. But I'm saying that there is another perspective that she's not taking into consideration. That's what I'm saying. I'm not anybody's beating stick. Don't try to use my position against me, is what I'm saying. I'm a black woman like anybody else, and you cannot hide behind degrees of mental illness. This is not somebody that is having a full-scale psychotic episode. This is somebody who is managing their bipolar very badly and hurting other people. If you knew anything, Kazi, you would know that if she was engaging with the community mental health team and whoever else needed to support her, they would be asking her to stop. And they wouldn't be speaking to her as if she didn't have any sense. She has a degree of capacity and she knows what she is doing. Therefore, she is accountable. And that is how the mental health services would see her. She's not having a psychotic episode. If she is, then it's lasting and enduring and she needs to get her medication or get sectioned or get a community order where they force depots on her. But at the end of the day, you don't get to abuse people just because you have a position.
Hello?
I heard you. I've responded to you, but I don't know if you heard.
I heard what you're saying. I'm not going to go back and forth.
In and out.
Yeah, I did because I put it on another device, but I got cut off with this connection. But what I want to make another point of saying is another thing that I don't agree with all the private documents being put all over online. And
I haven't done that.
I know you haven't, but people say, no, but her kids are in care, she deserves it, you know, she abused her children. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to.
Hey, can I come back in like 30 minutes?
Yeah, you can come back in 30 seconds, bro, but just let the sister land, please.
I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of her court case. It's private. There's things that have been put out there. There's things that haven't been put out there. But what I do want to say is that that is not a reason people with capacity to abuse somebody. Also, on those court documents are private and personal information about those children, and nobody has stopped.
Yeah, that's not advisable. But Kazi, are you aware that I don't know about these things? I've never seen that.
No, you don't. But there's been people on your platform, and there's been people in the comment section on Instagram that keep on dragging up these things, and they're not taking into consideration that these are the children's personal and private business. Do you understand?
I don't condone that, my sister. If I was aware of that,
you don't condone it, but it's happening on your platform, and people.
Well, thank you for informing me, but don't be angry with me about it.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not angry. I'm passionate. This is how I speak.
All right, you are passionate, but don't indict me with it, sis. That's what I'm saying. Inform me of it. Inform me of it, and I will respond accordingly.
If you're in charge of a platform, everything that happens under your platform, then I'm going to address you. I've addressed the people. I don't want to get into a back and forth with them, but there's people watching this live stream, so I'm going to address it now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Someone's suffering from mental health, so that means they might not be 100 like us, but at the same time, you are provoking this person by throwing a bad situation that happened constantly in their face, posting their children, calling their children skets, whores. This is what Miss True is doing, whether you know or not. This is what that girl is doing, and it's not right.
Well, I don't condone that, sister. Are you hearing me?
I know you don't, but you need to have a word. You can't be jumping from being a dirty little troll on Facebook to coming on your platform and then going against her. It does look like you are condoning it. That's what.
Well, it would for people that don't know what they're talking about, but yeah.
Right.
Somebody says I didn't let the mad girl speak. She wanted to speak about what I believe is her brand of delusion. And I wasn't going to entertain it. That's why she got kicked off. She wanted to go back into what I believe is the reason that she's angry with me in the first place, in that I don't believe that this is happening in real life. I don't. And that's it. I don't know what else to say about that. Am I allowed to not believe? So that's in response to that comment. Go ahead, Sister Kazi, and then I think Killa wants to say something.
I think you're 100% allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. Yeah, that's fine. You know, I'm not saying you're wrong for that. But what I am going to say is that I don't think that we should be saying, but she's not really mentally ill. She's not having an episode because we.
I didn't say that at all, sister. I was breaking down the difference between mental illnesses, the various layers. At the very top, you've got the high psychotic episode. You've got people managing bipolar. There are lots of mentally ill people that know how to manage their episodes and their bipolar and don't do this to other people. Part of her healing, if she's within mental health services, is to teach her how not to hurt people. She needs to get help with that. And the people that are recipients of that kind of hurt have a right to say, we don't want this, and speak out and say how they feel. And that's all I'm doing. Sis, it may not be a full 2 years, but this started in 2021 and we are now in 2023. It's been a long time. It is almost 2 years, sister. And I've not said a word. She just keeps doing it.
So
she
when,
pops up.
So when did you block her?
And then I block her. Sorry? Sorry?
Her.
I have.
You said it's been happening. You have? When?
I have in the past. I've blocked her here on YouTube. I've blocked her on Instagram when she pops up in various forms in my DMs or in my comments. I just think, oh, here we go again, and I lock her off. But people send me stuff all the time, and the minute I see one of like her name on it or her face on this screenshot, I don't even read it. I just think, oh, here we go again. So it's been going on for a very, very long time, way before Miss.
I understand.
Way before Killa came along, sis. And I'm saying the wider context of this live tonight is not even about Soca 85. It's about the woman that I was describing. There's too much of it, sis. And it's been landed on me.
Health.
What about my mental health and well-being? How much of this can I take?
But wait a minute, you're on a platform where you are going to be dealing with people that are suffering from trauma, that are suffering from mental health because of
absolutely. And I'm saying that there is a boundary. It doesn't mean because I represent these women that they're able to come on and stink up themselves into my personal life.
There is a boundary, but what I'm saying
there isn't.
If you're going to put yourself, this is my business, this is what I do. I deal with damaged people that have been through horrible things in life, yeah?
Right.
If I talk a little bit, I get blocked.
Sorry, can I talk? That have been through serious things in life that have damaged their mental health. It's damaged their personality because they've been through, molestation, rape, horrific things. You have to realize that these people are going to be moving very different.
Chris, did I tell you that I wasn't aware that this is part of the program? I've been dealing with that type of level for 30 odd years, and in this capacity for 2.5 years now. I've not said once that it doesn't come with the territory, that I don't understand it. What I'm trying to get across is that at some point, my humanness comes through, and there are days that I can't take it, and I'm going to act accordingly, regardless of who likes it or doesn't. And that's all I'm saying.
That's not acting accordingly. You need to.
It's acting according to my sis. It is acting according to how I feel at this moment in time. I hold back because of all the things that you are saying. I continuously hold back. But now today on this live, I'm saying I am not holding back because I am a human being too. That's all it is.
About the live.
That's all it is.
I'm not talking about the live.
I am about everybody else.
I'm talking about the phone call when you cussed off the woman. That was definitely inappropriate. And the way that you've dealt with Soca, you've brought on her abusers that abuse her on social media, and you brought on some idiot
unknowingly, sister. You're not putting this in the proper context.
All right, I'll give you that unknowingly. And then some idiot rumor, some Chinese whispers that have gone around, and this is what she's allegedly done. Even posting your address online and stuff like that. Where's the evidence? She hasn't done them things.
I've got so many DMs from all these different people telling me she's done that.
But so what would I assume? You're a professional.
It may well be. No, I'm not a professional writing this platform. I'm your sister. That's what people need to understand. You can't tell me I'm a professional. Yeah, I'm not a professional today on Sunday at 17:51. I am not a professional. I am your sister, and I'm a human being, and I am allowed to feel upset and vexed and cuss if I want to. That's what I'm allowed to do in my personal life. Chikulichan,
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
sis. I will
I'm
get
sorry.
back to that, Cassie, because
I'm
we're raised voices.
about to get blocked right
That's
now.
just what we
Yo.
express, but we're not
And
having
you
an
guys are
argument.
ranting. You say it's a
I
ranting.
can't hear you.
It's
Can
a
you mute him?
ranting
Because he's kind of,
episode, and I
he's a
can't
little bit
rant too.
annoying. Clearly
I'm
can. Can
sorry.
you just mute him a little bit? Thank
Yeah,
you.
go on.
Can
Yo,
you hear
I'm
me?
sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
Right, let him have his say a minute, Cassie, and then we'll pick back up. Go on, and then if
Okay.
it's not relevant, because you can, then I'm gonna have to ask
It's
you. To
relevant. I just want to give you a bit of advice because I want to go now. I've got to sort out my child. But what I
No.
was gonna say
I
is
said
that
call you
maybe
can if it's not relevant, Cassie. Just give him 1 second.
Yo, say, you know, let's get in the conversation. You know, I understand what Kazi is saying. In the first place, is that you're not letting other people that hold on, there's music playing, but you're not letting other people in the background talk. You know, it's like, you know, this whole time, and you saying that it's a whole rant and this and that, and you giving people chances, but you're not giving everybody a chance to talk.
All right, bro, you got to understand the historical context. Like,
wait, am I getting
you got the wrong life, bro. I can't
truth?
today. I can't. It's not that kind of conversation or party. I can't. Brother's totally clueless. He thinks this is a general conversation and one of those American streams or something where people just jump on and have their say. I don't. Not today. Kazi, before Killer P this responds, you were responding to something I said, sister, and Cristala's back as well. I'm human out here, you know. There's only so much abuse I can take. That's the only point of my life today, and it's the only reason that I put up this sister as well, because she can't be doing that. I have seen screenshots of where she's talked to this other one about saying people rape them and then taking it back. I've seen those things, Kazi, and that's what made up my mind. I'm not just going to take Miss True's talk. What I didn't know was the extent of their history and their beef and everything else that Miss True has been going on with. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. I'm not a professional right here today. You know, it's a bit like, you know, you're at work and somebody thinks it's okay to racially abuse you and you're not going to lick them down at some point, or at least tell them about themselves. You're just going to take it because you're in your professional mode. We got to stop doing this to each other. It's not incumbent on me to take every level of abuse because I want to remain professional. This platform has never been about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's never been about that. It's about raw and for us to squeeze our pain out. And today, Afua is showing you her pain. I'm sick of it.
Right.
I don't have to take that. Whether that person is nursing bipolar, managing their bipolar or not, I don't have to take it. That's it. She's not fully delusional schizophrenic. She is not in a psychotic episode. She's managing her bipolar. She doesn't get a pass to upset and hurt people like this. And that's what you need to focus on, Sister Kazi.
I don't need to focus on anyway. What I want to say is this. I'm not going to sit there and say whether Sherelle is manic or whether she's having an episode, because
this is by her own admission.
I am not a side. Listen, I am not. That's not my field. Do you understand? I don't believe that I can be diagnosing people over the internet or over the screen. I don't believe I have those superpowers.
This is by her own admission, sis. Just bear that in mind before you say what you
But then there's a lot of people that would say that in that kind of situation who might be having a bit of a bipolar. I know people that have those conditions, and when they're manic, they don't say I'm manic. They have to be diagnosed by a professional that then diagnoses that they're manic, and then they deal with them that way. That's how it works. However, what I was going to say is that no, you don't. People shouldn't be throwing stones at you. However, if you are feeling like, my advice to you would be that if you are feeling that you can't take it and you're going to burst, maybe have a strategy that you can deal with it rather than cussing people off when you get to that tip, because I don't think that's very progressive. And I think that's quite opposite to what you say that you want to do, and that is heal the Black community. I don't think that being angry and aggressive and telling people about their dirty underneath and telling people about their druggies and their mental health, I don't think that is progressive at all. Do you understand what I'm saying? It comes across as abusive, and it can also, because you're an intelligent Black woman, it can come across like you're a bully, because you've got all these people around you that are weak-minded, that are suffering, and whenever you have your moment, you're cursing them out, you're abusing them. It can make you look very abusive. That's
I
how
don't
it comes
care how
across.
it makes me look, sis. I'll have to tell you that. And that's not me being facetious at all. I don't care, and I've never cared. It
There
doesn't
you
matter
go.
what space
You've
I'm
never
in.
cared.
I don't care how I look. That's the point I'm
Oh,
making.
that's brilliant.
I don't
Okay,
care how
well,
I come
that's my
across.
opinion.
I've always been true to myself and the way I'm feeling. That's it. And if I decide that I'm not going to take it anymore, when I have shown decorum and I have tried to hold back and I have tried to make allowances for somebody's mental health difficulties, then it comes to a point where I'm saying I'm not taking the abuse anymore. When you came on, you felt passionate, as you call it. For some people, they kept saying that you were angry. You did sound very aggressive and angry, but I get it. You're passionate about something. Why can that not be afforded to me? And how I decide
I'm not,
how I decide that I express myself. Nobody is allowed to give me a prescription on how to hurt. I keep using the example of my teacher, Khalid Mohammed, one of the greatest leaders to walk this planet, and many people admire him. But when they pushed him enough, he would come out with the most fiery and derogatory rhetoric. Why? He used to say, "Don't tell us how to hurt." So nobody don't tell me how to hurt. If I want to say bumper clot and tell people about their underneath, just like anybody else in the community, I will do it. And I will do it on the platform that I've created, because this is about people expressing their trauma. I allow other people to come on and vent their spleen in any way they want. Why cannot that not be afforded to me? Oh, because you're a professional. Oh, because you come across of this way. I don't care, Kazi, how I come across to people. That's what I'm trying to show you. I am at a point where I am ranting, and I've chosen to rant because I want to externalize that. And tomorrow I'll be better and I'll be healthy and I won't be hanging on to anything within inside myself. And actually, it's quite healthy and invigorating for all of us to be able to do that. We don't have to have beef when we're doing it. We don't have to say nasty things that are not true about other people when we are doing it. There is nothing that I've said about Soko85 or Sherelle that she hasn't actually shared online herself. Nothing. Do you understand? So all I'm doing is saying, don't hide behind your mental health. I haven't said anything about her children apart from the fact that she lied to the community and myself about the reasons why they were taken. And further to that, she went into the lives of the Milton Keynes family and upset them greatly using the same rhetoric. That's wrong. Don't do that. That's the only reason why I mentioned why her children were really taken. Okay? That's it. The rest of it is not me. Like, stop displacing the anger. Go and talk to Miss True about it. I don't know nothing of their beef.
But you can't tell me that I'm displacing anger when she was on your platform 2 days ago talking about.
Yeah, but it's still her that was on my platform. What?
All right,
She
so
didn't
you
come,
can't say that
she didn't come on the platform, okay?
Wait,
and
you
she
can't
talked
tell me
about what
that
she
I'm
was going through from
anger
her perspective.
when I'm responding to a guest that you had on your platform.
No, but you're responding and
so
holding me accountable, my sister.
because you are the person.
She's not here now on this panel.
I've even brought things to your attention that you just said to me. Oh, I never knew that. Thank you for addressing that.
And I
So
also condemned her actions, did I not?
Right, exactly. So
maybe you should have tried to get hold of me prior to Friday then. Maybe she wouldn't have been there if I knew that.
All right, do you know what? The reason I am speaking to you is because I can't talk to Michelle, because I can't get down onto her low level. She's someone that I cannot.
Sis, why did you not hit me up before Friday? Well, you didn't know she would have come on Friday, actually. I don't think I advertised it.
I wouldn't have. And then she got arrested because she was trying to.
So why didn't you come on? The link was out there. Were you watching?
I think I was busy, to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
But I'm here now. That's the main thing.
And you've told me this now, sis, and I've not rejected anything that you've said. What I've got a problem with is you trying to tell me that I cannot express my pain any way I see fit. That's the only problem I got with what you want to do.
I'm not telling you anything. I'm giving you my opinion.
Yeah, but that is telling me your opinion, and I beg to differ. Yeah? But I don't think we're disagreeing on much. I think the only thing is that I feel like you're indicting me for whatever beef goes on with people that I have no knowledge of and have never met. Okay? The fact that they're on this platform. Remember, the sister came onto this platform to tell her story about Peter Chemist. I didn't know about her and this woman before that.
Yeah, but then you invited her back to talk about Sherelle.
Because she told me that she sent me a couple of screenshots, told me that she had an issue with the same person, and I invited her to come on to tell us about it. That's as much as I know.
But that's as much as
I know, sis.
All right, but that's what turned it into passa.
Well, I get that now, don't I?
He said, I heard this person, it's all passa. It's not then serious. And now what's happening is your followers are hearing it and they're thinking it's gospel. It's not gospel, it's foolishness. It's playground stuff. Do you
All right, well, I'm
understand?
glad you've come to set the record straight, sis.
Yeah.
Let Killer P respond to what you're saying, because he's been waiting a while. Sammy Timmons, I'm going to bring you on.
You know what?
Kula, I'm not bringing you on, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, my brother. You don't seem 100% corpus mentis, so I'm not going to bring you on, bro. Might as well you just listen.
To be fair and to be honest, like, hearsay is hearsay. But you see those that listen and that watch from the sidelines and from the outside skirts looking in, you got to put yourself in somebody's position of when they're getting, when they're being targeted in such way, when the targeting is repetitive, when it's consistent, when it's coming from so many different angles. I mean, it's easy for one to because, like I said it in the beginning. I said that on your live the other day. I did say that I feel sorry for this young lady more than anything. I don't want to beat her bad. I know there's many people that suffer with many different levels of mental stuff, right? But what my point is this: I've been suffering with dealing with a female that is known to the mental institute and has tried to disrupt my life for the last 5 years. So when I'm hearing stuff like this, that actually this young lady that had done what she had done to me, I'd seen that I was performing in a country like Croatia, and gone on the people's website and said, why are you booking Killer P? He's a rapist, he's a pedophile, he's a child molester. All of this was on social media from 2017. So what I'm trying to say is, for those that are saying, actually to reply back to Cheryl herself, saying, why didn't you call me? I have no number to call you. Why didn't you contact me? I had no contact for you, because from the last time I see him in Anoia, my Instagram get deleted and me I build back on Instagram. I don't have contacts for people. Those that know me would contact me because they know that I ain't the others. But in the right frame of mind, anyone will contact anyone. But when somebody's calling you a rapist, someone that you've been there for and had nothing but respect and love for, I ain't had no disrespect for this young lady then, and I didn't really have none now. I'm just kind of confused. Why would my name pop up like that? And everyone's like denouncing the fact that they said this, no one said that, and well, I'm confused. But my thing is this. You can't blame somebody for responding. I'm a public figure. I'm not just a normal everyday Joe Blogs or a just Johnny come lately. I've been around a very long time. I've been targeted a long time. And my perpetrators have been using these females, especially broken females, especially vulnerable females. I know this, and I've been speaking about this on my lives for years. Big up to those that know. You know, I see what somebody that was on your page earlier, on the last live, I see her say something. Desiree. Desiree's been on my live from before they shut down my first Facebook, right? And these people have seen me go through a hell of a lot of shit. I'm supposed to be a madman myself right now, but I'm not. Just because of the endurance that I have, that the perpetrators that are doing what they're doing to me will see judgment.
Well, I've never been through this kind of online foolishness in my life. I don't use the internet for the majority of my life. And when people are saying, you know, you've got to rise above it, and yeah, you have, but maybe I'm just not made of that stuff. Like I say, if I'm not being paid to switch it on and to have people throw shit on me on the landing, bro, you know how it is, or threaten to punch me in my face when I'm in my world of work, then I have to employ all the tools that are available to me to ensure that I hold it down. But in my life, I don't have to. I don't. I can lose my top as well, and I do. Like everybody else. Push somebody enough, Kazi, and that's what it will be. Sammy Trimmers, and then back to Kazi. Thanks for that, Killer. Don't go nowhere, though. Sammy,
Hi, everyone.
I've seen you before. I don't know that name.
Yeah, well, I've jumped on a couple times, and anyway, I just want to start by saying one thing I always keep in mind when I jump on anyone's platform is that I believe everyone should be respectful of the host that is hosting the platform, because they set out a motive, whether we believe it or not, whether there's things being said about the platform or not. I do believe that no one has to take abuse from anybody. As was said, no one has to take abuse from anybody. With that being said, and bearing in mind that Afro has said her platform is based on bringing things like rapists and whatever to light. So again, whether people believe it or not, respect that that is what she has said her motive of her platform is. With that being said, my question to Killer P, as you're supportive of Afwa's platform, if you believe that an allegation about you has been made about rape, and on top of that, you say that you're a public figure, do you have evidence that would stand in court for you to take Soko to court for defamation? Because if you do not, what is going on here is actually really having the opposite effect. On top of the fact, or for me, the main fact of, as I said before, Afwa's main motive of her platform is to rise actual rapists and pedophiles, etc., to light.
But can I answer you, please, my sister? Well, when I spoke about this, I aired this on my own platform, on my own podcast, to be fair, which airs at 7 o'clock every Sunday.
Okay.
Right. With regards to the evidence of what I heard, it was someone that actually called me and told me, right, what they had been told by this person directly. So I don't know if there needs to be more evidence than that. For me, that's enough for me to that. If there's someone out there walking and Chinese whispering, saying some shit, I need to address that.
Fair enough. I understand.
Hold on, let me finish. Like I say, for the normal person that hasn't gone through what I've gone through, I get it, what you're saying. Don't get it twisted. I'm a level-headed person. But like I say, take a look into my moment. Take a look into my journey for 5 minutes. See how many times I've gone through all of this. How many times have I been on Facebook Live and police is running into my house for what? What have I done to anybody? You understand? So when I'm receiving all these things, for someone that is not going through anything, you don't have to defend anything. I have to defend what I've got going on around here. Sorry.
No, I understand that. I totally understand where you're coming from, especially from myself who doesn't know about you or what you've been through, and I am open to looking into whatever it is that you've gone through. However, what I'm trying to raise light to is, if you don't have the evidence to take Soko to court for defamation, what if she has now the evidence to take you to court for defamation? Because she's claiming that she hasn't made this allegation about you. And this goes back to me making a point of everybody has to protect their self.
I hear you. But like I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. The person that has told me what they told me is not hiding. Do you understand that? It's not like somebody. Hold on.
Stand in court for you.
Hold on. Okay. They're willing to speak up right now, speak up then, speak up wherever. But my point is, that person did not tell me something and hide behind and don't say this or not. That person told me something and is willing to stand beside what they heard. And to be fair, like Sherelle's even contacted whoever, and they've had their little back and forth, whatever. I don't really care. All I know is keep my name out of your stuff, because I've not done anything to nobody. And anybody call my name on anything derogative or anything that does not make no possible sense, I will be addressing it. That's who I am. I have to address that.
That's exactly where I'm coming from.
My career is a global career. I'm not a man that's waiting for a man to call me to put a little change in my pocket. That's not what I'm doing. I'm dealing with contracted work. So when people are trying to go after your job, mash up your personal life, mash up your family life, posting up your picnic them, that one bag of thing, I get it. So I'm not with, and again, I would like to put this out there. I do not stand by any female posting up anything about other people's children on social media. Patrick Nathaniel Knight, I've had these people do that to me, posting my daughters on social media, where to the point I don't post any of my children online, and I haven't for years. People are wicked.
I will be having a chat with, like Cassie suggested, I will be having a stiff conversation with Miss True about that. I had no idea. And also, I'm going to put it out here now. You see, if you know you've got your own nastiness going on with, don't approach this platform. Don't bring it to no kind of mix up that I don't know. Because I'm not an investigative journalist, Cassie. I'm not even someone who really goes on social media outside of this platform. So I don't know everything that's going on unless people tell me. Do you understand? Right. But I'm saying to anybody out there, including Miss True, if you know that you are not completely clean in this, don't come to this platform and try to mix the thing up and bring into disrepute those who do need this platform. And don't bring me into something that could inadvertently have me indicted. I'll say that to Miss True and anybody else right now.
Can I just say something, please, Afua? So I understand completely why Killer has chosen to address this publicly.
Wait,
However,
just
I mean,
before you continue, sis. Just before you continue, Deki, I see you. I'm going to get to you in a minute. Kuli Chan, you're in the studio, bro, but I can't see the value. I can't see the, what value you're adding to the conversation.
Sorry,
I'm very sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
I kind of said
Go
what
ahead.
I needed to say. I
Go
want
ahead.
to say that. And
what I was going to say is that I completely understand why Killer has said. I'm not even saying that he shouldn't have addressed it. He could have done it in another way, like Soko saying they've known each other for years. He could have called her, because if I heard something that my brethren or my sister or my brother said something, I'd address them personally first before. But everyone's got their own way of doing things. I am not even saying that he should have addressed that, because he is a public figure. Do you understand what I'm saying? However, the person that he is talking about, dodgy, and the reason that she's dodgy, I'm not going to go into the full 100, yeah, but she told me before she told Killer, and when she told me not to tell Killer that we were talking with each other, and then when Killer found out, because she told him, she went behind my back and had started having big conversations about me to Killer, and then on top of that, all this now has come out into the open, and she's nowhere to be seen. She's not jumping on any lives. She's not talking up on Instagram. You can't see her or nothing. So as far as I'm concerned, you don't know her in real life. Why would her opinion or what she's saying be taken as gospel?
Okay, I'm going to let Killer answer that. But from what you're telling me, then you were aware that she was telling Killer this, right?
No. I didn't. Not Sherelle. Sherelle's never ever said nothing to me about this.
No, I mean the person who told Killer that Sherelle said that.
She mentioned it to me, yeah. Yes. And obviously I don't do the he said she said shit in it. So obviously that was for her to go to Killer. But then the way she moved after that was very dodgy. And Killer mentioned about she's not hiding and talking. But if you're gonna start saying to someone, but don't tell him we know each other, and don't tell him I told you, to me that is hiding and talking.
Exactly, sis. So the point that I wanted to make
saying?
As a red flag, sis, what should have happened in that situation, it shouldn't have played out on my platform or any kind of vitriol come my way for that. It should be when you saw that red flag that you jump on and you try to contact Killer and tell him this is what's happening. Transparency, that's what we have to do. It's not about he said, she said. It's about ensuring that that doesn't go any further to where it's got. Because he's now
saying that I should have contacted him.
Yeah, why not?
Because I don't do the he said. So she's telling me, oh, guess what? Sherelle told me that Killer molested her. That's all hearsay. That's all mix up. You tell him.
But you're having to comment on it now and tell him. You're having to comment.
Because it's blown out of proportion and it's
right.
public.
But sis, I'm saying that you were the only person in this mix right here that could have potentially made it so that Killer didn't even go on his live with it.
But how would that made a difference? No.
It would have made a difference because he wouldn't have gone on the live and talked about it.
When she's coming to me and saying that, I don't know if she's telling the truth. That's what I just said to you. She's a bit dodgy. I don't know if she's telling the truth. So why am I going to run with that information?
Oh, you don't know. I thought you said you knew she wasn't telling the truth.
The way she was moving afterwards, saying, don't tell Killer that we know each other. Don't tell Killer that I told you. She's not moving straight. She's not moving open. So I don't really like to get myself into mix-up. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're grown. You understand? That's my point.
All right. Killer.
Yeah. Good evening, bro. Good evening, sis. Afua, Killer, Kazi. Let me just mention, I don't really do the back and forth, but I know Sherelle personally, and as her friend, she has mentioned that she knows Killer, and can I just say it's always been in a positive light. There's never been no disregard. It's always been positive. So when you're saying you guys used to vibes, so when you guys say you used to vibes, I know you not used to vibes. I've never had anything negative. So to hear there's all this back and forth and online stuff,
confused also.
Exactly, but Sherelle just came on and said I've never said that, and I can't believe it. I can't lie. You know, I don't see a reason for her to put you on name in the mouth because she holds you.
In all honesty, like you see someone that's brave enough to come live and speak. Because this is what it's about for me. Like, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Why anyone would even want to say that? Why someone would want to make that up? Why someone would even want to bring that to my attention?
People are mixed up and pass up.
But you got to understand from one point of view. One second. So my people, and for those that are watching and listening, please just try and get the clarity of what's being said here. Like, I've had two people tell me the same thing. one person's told me this, one person's told me they've heard this. You understand? How did it, that's more than one person telling me the same bad news.
That's how Chinese whispers works.
No, listen, let me finish. Whether one of, let me finish. Whether one person disbelieves the second person, that wasn't brought to me straight away when it was told to me. I was told two informations from two different people, like the two of the same information by two different people. Like one told me, oh, this person told me this, you know, killer. And then I've got one person there telling me, rah, I heard this from this person, killer. So what do you mean? I'm the victim. What do you mean? Well,
to be honest, you didn't have it as an absolute. You said, if this is what's going on, this is my position, I'm sure.
Thank you. I kept it very real. I absolutely never beat Sherelle bad. Like, if anyone knows how I stay on my social sites, if I'm against you, I swear to God, God help you. But I didn't beat the girl bad, because I know if she's going through what she's going through, I know that's not the young lady that I knew. The woman that I used to sit down and reason with on the phone and have certain deeper reasonings, that's not the girl that I knew. The girl that I used to perform with in Brockwell Park, I knew that's not the girl that I knew. But what is this? Where is this coming from? What's going on here? I know I've got another stalker over in East London, some weird woman, and there's a possibility they could be connected. So in my mind, I've got so many dots that I'm trying to connect. You'd have to be me to know what one. You'd have to actually know even 2 years of what's been going on to fathom the rest of the other three.
And I think we can split hairs, because let's just not forget that this live is not really about Sherelle. The live is about a woman called Donna, but the conversation has extended out to Sherelle because of the similarities in the abuse been leveled at me. You understand? So that's where we've got to. Decky, can I ask you a question, please, sis?
Yes, my dear. Yes,
I appreciate yours and Kazi's presence here tonight, because it gives us a more of a perspective. You know, people say, oh, you got to agree with Afro or whatever. No, you don't. We can have a constructive tear up, if you like, and we can still talk, because you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. I'll put my point across, you put yours, we meet somewhere in the middle. But I hear you, both you and Kazi, when it comes on to whether or not she said this about Killer P or not.
No, sorry, Afua, that's not what I came on for. I don't know anything about that. I wasn't in that conversation.
You commented on that.
No, I haven't come to swear blind for anybody. Remember, I reached out to you separately on Instagram regarding this kind of situation. So I just kind of wanted to come forward and kind of agree with Kazi and say, remember, I tried to come to you differently without trying to get into Sherelle's business.
I probably don't even remember your Instagram name, sis.
So it was going to come back yesterday. I kind of wanted to explain.
Okay. I will get around to it.
Because even I sent you a picture that kind of describes certain traits and tendencies of why certain things would have been done a certain way. So that's why I was just saying, sis, if we could just have a little bit of grace and just try and think of a solution rather than this kind of campaign, which it kind of ends up turning out to be when you have certain people that are beefing her on the sideline. And I know you're a woman of, empowering women and stuff. And we need to think of a solution of how to help her instead of kind of what this could possibly turn into.
Sorry.
And then, and I know you're human, yeah? If you're human.
What I will say is that I did try to help her. I extended my time, a little bit like the woman Donna, although not as extensively. But I extended my time for her to be able to have free access on my phone line and call me, because I thought the sister was in trauma. When that switched and became abuse, I just cut her off. I said nothing. Do you understand? And now we're at where we're at now, because I've explained it already. I don't need to repeat it. Is that yes, I am human, and that's all. That's where we've got to where we're at. And then to find out that actually you're a sister that could be saying that men have raped you, regardless of anything, that can't be allowed to ensue. And what I will say for the people that know her, because this isn't about Killer P for me, and it isn't. It is because I've chosen to tell their stories alongside my experience of this woman. But that's where it begins and ends for me. It's about my experience of the woman. And I would say to Kazi, I would say to you, Decky, if you guys know her in your personal lives, talk to her and tell her that she needs to get help and stop abusing people. She doesn't have a right to do that.
It's not so easy when it comes to certain situations. You know what I mean? You can someone that doesn't believe they need help.
I'll tell you why it's not easy. I know firsthand, because I tried and I tried and I tried. And everything that you tell her to do, or what I told her to do, let me own it, everything I told her to do in terms of seeking that help for herself, she rejected it. She rejected it. it's hard work. So yeah, it's not that easy, but it's no point getting upset with people when she is not being safe for herself. She poses a risk to herself and to other people.
Exactly, that's where we're at. That's
People,
the bit
around her need to safeguard her.
Pose a risk to herself.
They need to safeguard her from herself, because this is the type of backlash that she will get. I am not a professional working with her. I am not in her safeguarding detail at all. I'm just your sister. That's what I said. You know, somebody said earlier on in the comments, therapists need to be as more careful than police. This is the point I'm making. No, who says that we have to take any type of vitriol?
No, we don't. But do you know, this is just kind of evidence or just a show of people who get left with no support because no one wants to deal with them.
That's the wider argument.
This is what it is.
That is the wider argument.
This is what it is, yeah.
Unfortunately for Sherelle, I can't take that mantle up with her. I did try. That's what I'm saying. And when you strip it all back, I'm just a woman. I'm a mother and a grandmother who wants some peace in my life when I'm not doing his time is up. And that's what I'm reacting to, sis. Hello.
I'm here. No,
yeah, that's what I'm reacting to.
I wanted to say something.
Let's not labour the point too much. Go ahead, Carmen.
I just wanted to say, please don't allow trolls for their own agendas to take over your platform and turn it into a thing where they're just making up lies and targeting people that are easily targeted because of what their situation may be. And maybe, you know, when you're using people, dig into them a little bit more to find out what they're about, you know? That's my only thing.
Yeah, no, I hear you, sis, and that's learning for me, definitely, and for all concerned, because what I do know, though, is that there has definitely been a back and forth where violations have taken place on both sides by the sound of things, and I don't know who's reacting to who started this. I don't. Do you understand? I don't know if you do, but I don't. At the end of the day, I'm not getting into it. I don't know who's right or wrong between these two women, but what I do know is that I've seen sight of the aggression and everything else that goes on from the other person, right? So yeah, that's some learning for me. Maybe I should have. You see, I only really dig down into people to see if they're telling the truth about a perpetrator who's lying, you know, who's raped them. When it comes on to I'm being affected by this person, and I know lots of other people that tell me the same things, and I can see the truth of that, I'm probably going to do less digging. So yeah, maybe I should just be digging on those fronts as well, you know, because it doesn't make sense, and it is a massive distraction from what we're here to do. And yes, you're right, Kazi. You are right. It doesn't do any favors for the platform either. Like, it's no point about saying to me about my own image, because I've never been one that cares. My mum used to say, "Oh, look how you simply at broke up." I've never been a person that protected my identity that way. It's out there for all to see. If you don't like it, do one. If you do, then we're rolling. And that's how I've always been, Kazi, in my life. So public image means nothing to me. I'm just going to be my raw, authentic self, and the rest of them is up to you what you think about that. But in terms of the platform and where we want to go with it, we don't need people like that coming on if they know that they are culpable in a situation and trying to play the victim. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I'll continue to do what you do. Continue it. Pick up yourself. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Jackie.
Good night.
Yeah. Karma. Who's Karma again now? I'm trying to remember who Karma is. Did we speak to Karma? Karma, did we speak to you? You Karma. I'm expecting to see Killer. You see how my head ain't good? Thank you, Kazi. Thank you for the insight. And thank you for the constructive criticism, sis. Like, we accept that.
All right, then.
Fully accept it.
I appreciate it. All right, then. Thank you. Bye.
Can I just address one thing that I just see here?
You're there.
I see someone say, it's funny how everyone on the page that's involved is involved in the music industry. Like they've got a song to release or something. Now, I just want to put this out there. Like anything that I've done with regards to social media, in regards to my community, working with the community, defending my people in the background or defending anyone's organization or standing beside them, I've never once, never ever once have I mentioned that I'm an artist, mentioned that I have a song released, or go and find my song, or please follow me, or I don't even promote my podcast. So please, those people that think that we're clout chasing. We don't do that. We don't need to. Literally, we're down to earth people. And those that know me, big up yourself, manners and respect. And those that don't know me, manners and respect, innit? It's how it goes. Happy Sunday.
Blessed love, thanks, Killer. Blessed love to Sammy Trimmers as well, because she came off, but I did take her points. She always makes good points, actually. I remember when she came on before now. She always makes good points. I hope that brother Kuli Chan don't think I'm dissing him, but I don't know if it was just me, but I don't think the brother was fully corpus mentis with what's going on, to be fair. And I didn't think that there was any value in whatever he was going to contribute. So, and I was in a bit of an ignorant mood and just didn't want to hear no foolishness.
Yeah, no. But if someone is using Sherelle as a bait, because I don't know what's going on, to be fair. So let me just put this out there, because I'm a very balanced and level-headed person. At the time when I heard what I heard, I was so, you can imagine what somebody's mind would be like. Like, are you mad? I got daughters, are you mad? This is not, I can't live. But if there is somebody out there that is using somebody's mental state or using their position or their situation to their advantage, because a lot of people, I keep saying it,
right?
A lot of people like to use vulnerable people to get certain things done or to get their point across. You understand? So I will always put that out there, that I'm not sure fully of what the motive behind whatever's gone on was. I don't know. But
if there's possibilities all around, isn't there? But I still think that you have a right to respond to that. You
I will always have that right. I will never. I'm unapologetic on that, my sister. I don't even care about who want all of about that. That's their business, because it's not their life. They don't have to deal with the backlash of anything.
Because you did actually start by saying, I think there are rumors, right? And that's what you said. You just responded to the rumors. So there are rumors out there. You've not done anything wrong. You've not sent information.
It's like when people are susu and a chit chat in the background. Like, some people don't mind that. Oh, you let them get on with it. But I've had too many of that in my life that it's been publicly done in a way that you have to publicly address. So I've come to a stage where there is no other way but to publicly address. Do you understand? That's all it is. So Shiro, if you didn't do that and somebody is out there manipulating a situation, what can I say? I can only deal with what's been brought to my table, and I will address it, and I still leave the open door. Like I said, it was a level-headed sister that I knew. I never had no issues with her ever in life. Like, where's this come from? So it's shocking to me. You know what I mean? So there's a possibility that someone might be trying to manipulate and use. I don't know, but it is what it is.
You don't know one way or the other at the moment, brother, but you responded to rumors, very, very serious rumors that can really sink a man if they're not true, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. I think you have every right to do that. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. Ultimate, big up yourself, one of those.
But it opens out the bigger, Miss Carol says, are you cool now, Afua? Yeah, I am. I've vomited my spleen. I've vomited my belly. I am very good now. Yeah, I've never been one to hold things down, Killer. Do you understand? That's for other people that like to sit and brood and don't know what forgiveness looks like because they're just hanging on to it. I don't. If I can't get to just blurt out what I've got to blurt out in the first 48 hours of any beef I've ever had, after that, you don't matter to me anymore. That's how I stay. I don't hold belly and I don't hang on to things because I externalize it. And I've had to do that with the His Time Is Up campaign for 2.5 years. And it's not in my nature, but I've had to do it. Like I'm at work. Why have I got to live like I'm at work now?
Because you know why? Because it's God's work. Let me tell you why you're living like you're at work. It's because it's God's work you're doing. And you see, when you're doing God's work, there's a triple fight that you get. You don't get a normal fight when you're doing God's work because it's the demons that's running earth. God's not on earth.
Even Christ turned over the temple and showed his wrath. Do you understand what I'm saying? In trying to lead the people.
The Most High's got his soldiers, man. Trust me. Got his soldiers, man. And we're not weak.
That's what it is.
That's the problem. That rumor has been out. Yeah, man. Big up. We have to
been out to bed. Yeah. And
that's
look,
right.
Like I said on City Lock earlier on, this is the time for doing what we're doing here, squeezing out the bump of your pain. It's ugly. It ain't professional. It's ugly, Killer. We have to squeeze the bump. We have to squeeze our pain right now. These forums are so we can thrash it out with each other, as long as it's truthful and as long as it's respectful. And raising your voice and having a disagreement doesn't mean it's disrespectful. This is how we express ourselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we need to be very real with each other right now. That's what I believe. Like, if we don't, I believe it's going to be our downfall ultimately.
Yeah, well, we have to know if we can reason with each other and discipline each other at the same time within the reasoning.
I found out some things this week, about certain highfalutin people that put themselves up there in positions of professionalism and power and whatever. And if you ever know where the people are going with their dirty underneath in the private life, you would be shocked. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying that I'm here. Everything you see is what you get. I mean, I've not hide. You understand what I'm saying? And I like it that way, Killer.
But you know what it is? The world don't live like that. The world isn't like that. People's liberty is not of that. So they get a lot of people get shaky when you touch certain topics, and they don't want their skeletons to come out of the road, and they're not willing to talk about them, address them, or nothing. So it is what it is. It takes people like us that really don't have no shame in them game there. There's no shame in that game, because we all go through certain things, we all learn, and we all move forward. But those that are still in a cycle of going through what they're going through, that's why they're in the shame and don't want to address, because they know so next week they might do the same thing and I did see them dress.
You got away with words, my brother. But yeah, man, I am feeling a lot calmer. I just want to hear from a couple of the mods or the team or anybody like that that actually knows me. I'm going to end with that, brother. I don't know how we got it for it to be about
I literally just said the time, and I've literally got minutes to sort out my stuff for my podcast. So listen, you lot.
Are you on tonight? Yeah. Everybody jump on the P tonight. Everyone support that tonight. What time, bro?
Have a blessed evening, yeah.
What time? What time are you on, bro?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Try and jump on after this if I can. All right. Art of love. Yeah, man. Art of love, bro. Honestly, yes, I feel a lot better. I could have kept it all to myself and just cussed off in my yard, isn't it? At the end of the day, but I didn't. I chose to share that. Speak the truth and shame the devil. Jump on, one of you guys. Give people an insight. Tell me what you think. If no one else is going to jump on, I kind of want to end with that. If not, we'll lock it off and I can go and cook baby Afra's dinner. A big 6 o'clock. My mother with her shame. I don't even start my Sunday dinner yet because of all this madness. I've put the link out against this. It's on the screen. And I'll put it again in the chat. Just 1 minute. But it's okay. She's not hungry. She had a big lunch. And we ain't in a rush for nobody, really. I planned rice and peas, but we know that ain't going to happen now. So I'm just going to do like a white rice with it and stew the chicken down. That won't take more than 45 minutes to an hour, if that. You know? Yeah, I do think it's time to update my pic on my profile for True. I just say at the time. These things take headspace, Southwark Maps. These things take headspace, and yeah, I should. This is when I had my full afro going on, and a few years ago. I think this is about 5 years old now. This picture here. You're right. I should. I'm gonna. At some point, I'll get around to it. You know. Anyone jumping on? Team? Anybody? No. Oh yeah, someone's here. Oh, we've got a couple people. Lovely. Hold on. Let me just get them in when I can see them. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. No, we won't be letting them back on. Sherelle, Kuli Chan already knows what time it is. And Sherelle, you're not going to get a second chance on a different platform, so go away. But let me just get rid of these people here. They're not coming on. No one looks like they're coming on. Kuli Chan, hit me up in the DMs on @AfroRose69 if you want to have a different reasoning, bro. But tonight, it's not that kind of panel, brother. And we're not having a general chit chat about anything. So no disrespect to you, bro. But yeah, we're not taking anybody that's already been on. Let's just call it that. All right. I'll see you guys on Friday. It doesn't look like anyone else is coming on. Yeah. Like Killer says, you know, I don't want to diss the sister. I really don't. But she needs to take responsibility for her actions. It is not acceptable, Sherelle, for you to switch on me, draw me into things that don't concern me. I don't know anything about you and this other lady. and switch on me just because I don't believe you. Doesn't give you the right to pop up and start abusing us every minute. That's it. That's where it begins. That's where it ends. I don't want to hear nothing else. Do you understand me? I'm not anyone's beating stick out here. I feel sorry for you in your life. I really, really genuinely do. And I've told you that. So at the end of the day, leave it at that. Me and you ain't got no beef because I do not know you from God's green earth. I don't know you, woman, at the end of the day. I've told you the reasons. I've told you why you get no concessions because of the fact that you're nursing some kind of mental illness. I've told you the reasons and I'm not going to go over it. Anyone else watch the live, go to the beginning, do what needs to be done. People, oh no, there's the batteries run out on this thing. Oh no. People, I shall see you on Friday when we're going to get back on track. Anything like this, I'm just going to bat it out the park and keep it moving, and then we can always get back on track. Because what happens is, if I don't, I usually just allow it to seep into the other lives and distract us from what we're supposed to be doing. So there'll be separate lives addressing issues. You understand? There's some new contents on the members lounge. Run over there and see it. It's a new kind of format that we're starting over there. And my people, I will see you on 1 second. Let me take this call actually. One second, people. Right, I thought that was relevant to other people, but yeah, I will see you guys on Friday, man, where we're going to be back on track. There's so much backlog of stuff that needs to be investigated. I said on the live on Friday that I've not had the energy to be able to even look into certain things. Do you understand? Because of just the magnitude of what's going on. And then this weekend has been about more stuff, but we have to squeeze the bump, like I keep saying. We have to, because once we've done that, then we can move forward, clean, no more problems, and we'll keep it moving. Whatever pops up after that, we deal with it accordingly, people. So, hold on, I've got a private chat. Let me just see who that's from, honestly. Oh, okay, I don't know who that's from. Oh, Fiver, yes. Bless up, Fives. I see that. And thank you as well, brother. Thank you for coming on and for speaking your truth and vindicating me. That in my personal life, that I don't know this Patsy Palmer, and that none of this stuff has got anything to do with me in terms of what this woman has a beef about. So yes, love you all. Mods, love you like cooked food. You don't know. Thank you for always being there. And I'll see you guys on Friday. Blessed love, people. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Blessed love.